All right, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are in this big world. How's everybody doing tonight, today, this morning, wherever it is? I see that we had some people knocking at the door, waiting, just waiting for this stream to come on. I seen that Five Fingers was the first one in there, so we always got to say hi to Five Fingers. Top Dog, cheers, brother. Thank you for popping on. Sugar Kitty, cheers. Nice to see you. Alex, as always, I knew you'd be here. I didn't have any worries. Ben, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. There's my brother from another mother. I wondered where you've been. I don't think I saw you last week. Rob, not sure. But anyway, glad to see that you can make it, man. Always glad to see you. Anyhow, I sure hope everybody is having a great day wherever you are. I know I am. Brian, cheers, man. I know you saw my little picture I sent you. I figured, hey, you're not the only one that can relax. That's for sure. Not the only one. What is up, evil man? Oh, Canada is right. If you could sing, I'd get you on. You can do the national anthem. I'm sure they'd be appreciative of that. Bourbon Baller, what is up, man? Nice to see you. But I think the Edmonton Oilers, I think they're out of it right now. Isn't that right, Brian? They're not playing hockey anymore this year. Hey, Richie, cheers, man. Nice to see you. Glad to see that you guys can make it here. I'm going to take a second and stop here and chat. And let me just do a little more housekeeping here, because somebody asked me to do this. And I'm going to get rid of it is what I'm going to do. Hold on. Everybody knows who I am. Don't need me to keep the display names up. There we go. Get rid of that. So there we go. So I think some of you have seen the thumbnail and have seen what I said. I said the Canadians are coming. So what prompted this particular stream is I just got a text from my subscribers and said, hey, we would like to do a tasting and review on your stream. Well, I thought, why not? So hence is how we got it. And so here we are doing this stream because, like I said, this is interactive. It's pub style, but I interact a lot with you all in chat, as in the subscribers, and that's how I want it. So going forward, maybe we'll do it once a month or twice a month, or do it every week. It just depends on what you guys want. But if some of you have a particular bottle and you got a pour that you're interested in reviewing and you'd like to try it out on the stream, just shoot me an email, shoot me a text, reach out to me, let me know, and we'll get it scheduled. You don't have to drive over here and drop me off a sample or anything like that, particularly with the price of fuel. It's something that you can do totally on your own. I'll just be here as the facilitator, and we'll listen to what you have to say about whatever whiskey you happen to be willing to try and taste, and let us know what it's like. I think that'd be a great type of a little thing for everybody to get involved in, or if you want to do it, something that you just don't see all the time. I think that would be terrific. Yes, that hat. That's all because of you. That's because of you, Ben. By the way, Permane Brothers is the bomb. It is the bomb when it comes to sandwiches. I mean, you cannot beat them things. At 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock, depending on what time they threw you out of the bars there back home, the line would form around the building, because there was only one Permane Brothers downtown. The line would form around the building, Bourbon, and you waited an hour or more just to get in to get your order, and it was 5-6 people deep getting up into the counter. I mean, unbelievable. But it is the sandwich of sandwiches, especially after a night at the bar. But now I know that there are a lot more of them around the area than there was when I was over there. But you're right. It's the sandwich of sandwiches. And perfect for driving, without a doubt. But anyway, like I said, so they got these people reach out to me. They want to do some tastings, and I think that's great. And I think that's something that we should get involved in and do. So that being said, any of you guys that are my subs here in chat feel like you want to get on a live and do a review of something that you got, reach out to me. We'll make this a regular thing, and we'll feature whatever it is you got. And like I said, you don't have to come over here and bring me a sample. Like I said, with the price of fuel, totally get it. It's perfectly fine. And we'll do the stream. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. This being the first one, kicking it off. Hopefully it goes well, and everything kind of just hangs in there, and it works, you know. So my thing is, what's people drinking today? I haven't touched a thing yet, haven't picked anything up. Last night, I was working on my old elk in the Armagnac cask to finish. Man, this thing has opened up beautifully, beautifully. 108.5 proof. This thing is really good. So I was sipping on that last night, had a couple of pours of that. And in anticipation of this, because I'm not exactly sure what's going to be tasted, I decided, I think I'm going to hold off a minute just to see what's what. And then I'll make a pour of it. Isaiah, cheers, man. Thanks for popping in there. I just was looking at chat there and saw you had popped in there. So appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Pamani's is the meal full of slaw and fries. Sam's is just a window dressing around it. Exactly. You've got your meat, you've got your potatoes, you've got coleslaw. It just depends on the sandwich, but wedged in between two slices of the absolute freshest bread that you can find. And Bourbon will tell you it's fresh. It's a good sandwich. But you get downtown in Pittsburgh and you go to the original one, oh my gosh, it is fantabulous. Just fantabulous, that's for sure. Really, really good. But anyway, so let's see who is pouring what here. What we got here? Oh, Evan Williams, Bottle and Bond. Oh, a Gurkha. Wow. Okay. Cellar Reserve, age 12 years. You know, some of those are pretty good, particularly, Brian, if you could find the sample pack. And you'll have 5 or 6 different cigars in there, particularly from Gurkha. So it gives you a little broader spectrum of the line. And you may actually have one of those where you got that particular one out of. They're pretty good. Some of them I thought, didn't seem to have a lot of flavor, but to each his own. To each his own. Holy smokes, what's up, Julie? You know, I was upset this weekend. I couldn't get to my wild turkey honey. I had everything I needed but that up at camp this weekend, so I will rectify that. That's for sure for the next time I'm up there, without a doubt. Scott, what is up? Yes, I am home. I am here. I'm doing the stream. It's iffy if I can do it up there, but I'm thinking about doing it at one point this summer, bringing the stuff up, doing the stream from camp, just right up there, raw as raw could be, and what happens will happen. But I'm thinking about it. That's for sure. So, oh God, I've got people waiting in the green room already. Can you believe it? What is this? Oh, yes. Port Charlotte 10. Yes, yes. Oh, no, not Port Charlotte 10. OLC 01. Oh, well, some people have the luck. I don't have that. Yeah, exactly, Brian. They have those. And not only can you do them, you can get Alec Bradley's. I'm sure they're different depending upon where you go, but Gurkha's one, Alec Bradley's the other, and oh my gosh, there's 2 more, and the names just popped out of my head. I want to say Cohiba, but it's not Cohiba. But anyway, yeah, That way you can get that experience to see what that particular line is like. So yeah, always a good choice. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on my person I got waiting in the green room. It is, but I just can't believe I couldn't get to that wild turkey hunting. And then they didn't have it where my camp is. It's just a small town of maybe 20 people. Well, actually, there's more than 20 people there. I'm just being funny, but they didn't have it. And then what if they did have it, what you would pay for it would be twice what it's really worth. I didn't need it that bad, particularly when I bring a travel bag of single malt scotches and bourbons and so on and so forth. So that's why I was doing the Old Elk this weekend. So yeah, it is a thing. It is so good. Anyway, let me bring one of my peeps on that's sitting back here in the green room. Hold on, let's see. Here he is. Hey, there he is. We got the moose in the house. That's all I can say. We got the moose in the house.
Just need
so
one
what's
more.
Up, man? What's going on?
Not much. I was hoping.
I believe you. I do believe you.
Hoping to crack into these samples.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have anything in your glass now, or are you just kind of
not yet?
A warm up, a starter?
Yeah, I might go to some Makir Bay, Coloman.
Oh, yes.
Starter off. Come on, focus.
If you do that, I got the STR cask strength.
There you go.
In the Kilhoman. So I can pour some of that to get that going.
I might as well. Like, this is 46. Not bad.
Well, since you're twisting my arm, I think I will pour that, because that's a pretty darn good little sample that I had gotten.
Yeah, they're the single casts are really nice.
Yeah. And if I could find this one at one of my stores here, I love the peat. I don't think is very overwhelming at all in this. I mean, some people might think it's horrible, but out of some of the ones with a lot of peat that I have tasted, yeah, this is, I want to say, mild.
No, yeah, most of the Colomans that I've had though are mild as well. They're not punchy like your Ardbegs or your Lafroigs or.
Really? Yes. I do agree. It is not. It's funny. They're talking about 40 Creek. I'm trying to look at chat and not spill anything. We were talking about that lot 40.
Yeah.
And I haven't found any of, I don't want to say the good ones, but any of the good ones in lot 40. I just found the standard everyday lot 40. So it's like, no.
That's all I have is the lot 40, the regular 100% rye. And then I have the peated rye, the experimental release.
Too, I was thinking of Andrew today. I was like, I don't think I've seen him in a week or so. And he might have popped in and I missed him last week or something before. And there he is. Cheers, man. Cheers. Yes, I missed the thing 2 weeks ago at Liquor Lineup. Yes, I wasn't home. So, yeah, I was a little. Well, you can't win them all the time. That's all I can say.
Yep, so I'm hoping to break into this bottle again tonight. See what happens.
Without char and ash. All right. But yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, I just couldn't be in two places at once, and I had to make a trip down to Yuma and visit my father. So that's what I ended up doing. So I was like, but it's all right. It was a good trip. It was nice. 300 plus miles. What the heck?
Yeah, it would be nice to go camping one of these days. Go back to the camp, hang out. I haven't even picked up my boat yet out of storage.
What's that? You got to do.
I haven't even picked my boat up from storage yet.
Yeah, that's what you told me a couple of weeks ago. It's just. But still, I don't blame you, because you don't know what's in that water yet. Give it a chance to get down there and recede, and so
yeah, it'll be lot of floating everything because docks have let go. There's just debris because most of the water's up to people's cabins now. So anything you had on the lawns are in the lake. So
I doubt if your big deck went anywhere.
no, my big deck's standing hard and tall.
Good. Good.
A friend of
There we
mine
go.
drove by and took a picture.
I'll not be buying the regular standard 40 Creek Premium Barrel Select again. Well, okay. Now we know. I won't buy it either because I've seen it here.
Yeah.
Gotta hate it when that happens. Honestly, Andrew, gotta hate it when it happens. You spend good money on them mustaches and the kids just turn around and lose them. Really? Yeah. Can't take them kids anywhere. I know.
So oh, I guess.
Got the cigarette ash on the 2021 Loch Gorm. Really?
I guess it depends on. Like what. I mean, I would probably get. No, I don't know. I've got so many different casks from Coloman, though. I mean, I don't get it off this for sure.
Well, this one, the Kilhoman, the STR cast ring, this thing has beautiful legs on this glass. I mean, it's just slowly coming down. So it's great viscosity.
Did they tell you what age that is on that? Did they say it on there?
No.
It's like this is Mature Bay.
Yeah.
So you're a lot older than.
See that?
Yeah.
Now, Jack hand delivered this to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good because I've talked about it and I've held what I call sample bottles. I think some people call them trophy bottles. They're not that it's overpriced. It's just on a shelf. So you can see, hey, we have this. Well, they didn't want to get rid of that particular bottle because that was the last one they had, but they were getting more in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta get back down there and see if they have it because I like this.
Yeah, they're good. I would anytime you see a red box Cologne basically is a single cask. Guys,
well, do not try the one that Ben just said. He says he will be not trying the regular standard 40 Creek Premium Barrel Select 40 again. So remember that, Rizzy. And you got that from Ben right there.
I've got a few of their 40 Creeks. I have some kind of special release coming in September. We got to pick our bottle numbers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, ooh. So you just picked you pick whatever your number, like whatever the number is, like whatever. Hopefully the whiskey in the bottle's good. That's all I care about.
Well, we have 3 or 4 expressions here. I am not sure. I know they have the standard. I know it because I looked at it and said, 40%. Come on. Really, people? So anyway, I'm
trying to see which ones I have.
I am curious also about them because I do hear some good things. So, but I do need to know what's what here and there on them because I just don't want to go and get something that's blah. I mean, I've got some 40 proof starters to get you going, but I really don't need many more. Let's put it that way.
I got this was one of them.
Hold on. I'm going to be able to read that. Oops. Hold on.
See if I can get it to focus.
There you go. Oh yeah. I think you showed me that before.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't drink much of it, but
no. Well, I know I haven't seen that yet.
It's funny when they say cask strength and it's 48.5 ABV.
Tony, it's amazing you come on. You're the second person I thought of today because I haven't heard from you in a while besides Andrew, and boom, here you are. So, because I was watching the video that Bourbon did on his drive, and I thought of you, and I thought, God, I'm gonna have to reach out and send you a text just to see how things are going over there in your neck of the world. And boom, here you are. So, cheers to you, Tony. Thanks for popping on.
Cheers. So there might be a single Canadian.
Sorry, took a bigger sip on that than I thought it was. The regular 40 Creek is decent, but more geared toward the Crown Royal. Jack Daniels, number 7, entry level whiskey. Crowd, sorry, eh? We're sounding like a whiskey snob, just not my jam. Well, perfect, because the Jack Daniels number 7 isn't my jam either. But I'm seeing the 40 Creek floating around here, and my wife has even picked up on it a few times, but I didn't know enough about it. And then I keep saying I'm going to take a look at it and research it. I just haven't gotten to do it yet. So, hey, Scott, cheers. So, I hope you enjoyed the trip and the pics, man. Just been hearing some stories here and there about that, but I hear it was a great, great time, and I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing what you guys have come up with from the places that you were, because it sounds great. It sounds great, man. So anyway, hold on. Let me help some people here, because I got to Jack John and forgot what in the heck I was doing.
Scotty.
So let me fix something here. There.
Scotty.
Okay. So now that little bit of housekeeping is done, so other people can pop on. But
yeah, I mean, if you got the link, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. One day when you got some time, Scott, just pop on and just give us all a little hint of what's going on and what's going to happen to get things going. But, you know, at your leisure, sir, at your leisure. I'm sure you've just been home just a little bit and you're just trying to get things back together. So, but yeah, looking forward to hearing about this stuff. That's for sure. Burben is the one that really sparked my interest, listening to him here, telling what's going on, what's not going on. So I just thought it was pretty darn interesting to hear about what's involved. You know, there's a lot involved in it. It's just not a 1, 2, 3 process.
No, for sure. Holy.
Oh my gosh.
Stall.
What's a Canadian's favorite letter?
A.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just impressed Mike could spell that.
You have to give Mike some credit.
Yeah.
He can write.
Yeah.
He can write. So he does take notes. Don't think he doesn't. He just may forget what he did with the note. But, he knows. That's for sure. Dude, don't hurry. It's all good. It's all good. We're all pretty much impromptu here. That's for sure. Oh, look at this stranger here too.
Yeah. That lazy eye.
I know he had a decent time down there too. Whiskey Food Dude was there. So yeah, I'm hearing a lot of the stuff about the people down there. What you got in your hand there?
That's the double-barreled single malt Shelter Point.
The Shelter? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Yes, it is.
But I think it's sherried. Oh yeah, no, Pinot Noir casks. Quails
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir cask. For 350 or 335 days finished.
It sat in that cask, did it? All right. Well, that is just peachy.
Just shy of 1 year.
I think Sugar Kitty has a little bit of a point, because we talked about it and I'm thinking about it. The smoke on this isn't that ash like he was talking about.
Yeah.
I had to think about that because I didn't notice it at first. Then I had to think about it, and then it kind of just was floating around in my head, bouncing back and forth. And I'm like, I think I can understand what he's talking about, because then I started thinking about Lafroig. and then Ardbeg, and they're way different, but
Yeah.
the smoke and the ash that he's talking about, the flavors you get, I'm like, okay, I got it. This definitely is cleaner, if that is such a thing.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
that's a good analogy.
yeah, I don't know. It's not lingering. Like you don't get that lingering like a peat taste afterwards.
Mm-mm.
That's what I was saying before about,
Not like Ardbeg or
yeah,
Lefroy. No, even
you go straight to the
Lagavulin,
fruit.
you'll
Yeah.
get the lingering peat. Now on the finish, yes, I've got some peat on there, but it's light. In my
Sure, yeah.
opinion, it's light. Maybe if you're new to peat, you'll think, well, I don't know, that's got something to it. Yeah, well, believe me, it is not. It is not. But this is I
Cologne
like it. Yeah.
Cologne's always a nice pour. Like even somebody that's new to peat, Cologne would work to help them out. Like I mean, do a store off the shelf, like Muckier Bay and Sinag,
Hey,
low
hey, look who popped in there. Hey, Big Vic. Here.
Big Vic. Holy,
There you go, brother. See what I got on for you. I said, I bet you he'll pop in there, and boom. Everyone I actually thought about today, because for some reason I haven't talked to him or whatever, or for some reason things popped in, boom, here they are.
yeah.
See? Karma, good thoughts.
I mean, you're right.
Paul, cheers, man.
Oh, Paul M.
Yeah, nice to
Cheers.
see you, man. Thank you for popping in.
I'm here on this.
But so pick this up. Well, I didn't pick it up, but it was part of my birthday week celebration. The Little Bay from Oban.
Oh yeah. Oh, a
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Little Bay, picked that up. And then this landed in my lap as a gift, to which I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
This was a good little thing. And then my under $20 find, which I really wasn't eyeballing for, but it just happened to be there. So I just grabbed it. Just
Jack
some
Daniel's rye.
Jack Daniel's rye is nothing special by far. It's just one of those inexpensive 90 proof pours that you get for under $20. That's just good when you just want a little something to get you to the next pour, or just to sit and relax with a little bit. I picked that up. And then something I haven't had in at least a year or close to it. I opened this up.
Oh, wow.
And this one actually had more cherry than a grape flavor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Hangin asked me that yesterday.
They're single barrels, right?
What's that?
They're single barrels, right?
Yes. But this is,
I don't know.
We talked about this on Whiskey Wars.
Yeah.
So he'll pop on and he'll give you his analogy, because
Doug H. Cheers.
On how it is and so on and so forth. But I haven't had any of that in a while, and I had a couple of bottles there. So I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to
hey, Robin.
Try it. So I opened it up and I'm like, wow. The first pour of it was all right. I'm like, huh. But once I got the second pour, I picked out some of the different notes. So I'm like, wow, that's pretty darn good.
I haven't had that in well over a year. I won one from Chris Ludig. Maybe at my cousin's. I didn't per se see it, but I'll check next time I go over.
Yeah.
I like it. Honestly, I bought it. I had a chance to buy it when I first started into whiskey, and then I had it, and just one of those ones I didn't go back to. Well, I have to ship everything to me, in Canada, anyhow.
I took care of that, Z-Man. I need everybody to be on their toes. I actually had a bot attack last week. First one in a long time. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah.
I knew you would. I knew you would like it. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. The last one I had was grape. Grape. But this one was more cherry, but not bold cherry at all. But you can taste the cherry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even. I'll try to stay away from too many cats.
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Hey. There he is. Dude,
Good
you
day,
didn't have
sir.
to wolf down that pizza for me.
Yeah.
No, well, first things first, Anthony. I'm sorry to put a damper on the stream, but I just want to apologize for the story I shared offline. That was probably inappropriate.
Oh, dude.
You know,
There's nothing inappropriate about it. You're all good.
yeah. Anyway,
It's all good. Trust me.
I probably had more to drink than I should have last night. So today we're going to be more sober. So
I can't believe that. You? No.
I know. How could that happen?
What's up, Ben?
Anyway,
How's it going, Ben?
Good evening.
See, I told people Canadians would be here. They thought I was joking.
Hmm.
They thought I was joking when I said this. I said they're
I
going to
needed
show
a
up.
break.
You mentioned Scotch and Canadians. It's like boom.
Hey, well, we have good access to it.
Yeah, well, you guys do. Some better scotches than I can get. That's for sure.
Again, Ben has way more access in Alberta than I'll ever have, man. I went to 4 stores down there, and it was like I seen more Scotch than I've seen in my entire life.
And I've
Where
never
are
been to a store in Calgary, so there you go.
That's crazy, the amount of freaking whiskey that's there.
Well, when the Wine and Beyond opened up here in Red Deer, I was just like gobsmacked at the options.
Yeah.
'Cause I just wasn't used to big stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I didn't go. There was one by our hotel. Well, not by our hotel. Nothing was by our hotel. But
Yeah.
like, everything was like 30 minutes away. But I seen that Wine and Beyond, like a bunch of them. They're like, are they like large? Like really?
I've only been to the Red Deer one,
Yeah.
so
They look.
I've never been to a store in Calgary or Edmonton, Airdrie. So
I'd like to go into Sierra, but I didn't. I wasn't.
Yeah,
driving,
yeah.
I wasn't driving up there in that rental car.
no,
It wasn't even my car.
that'll probably take you 45 minutes from where you were.
If our GPS let us, here's the GPS to tell it kept skipping, so it hesitated
no.
to tell you turn now, and it was like 3 streets ago. Oh, it's like
Well, that's
why I haven't.
quality signal. Yeah.
Mhm. That's why I'm still not used to it, because I just prefer the old-fashioned way with a map.
that's a
Plan it out.
Hey, maps won't fail you unless they're just too damn old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Stay
old
current.
story. When I first moved out here to Vegas, we had maps. GPS wasn't a thing.
Yep.
So we traveled a lot by maps to figure out how to get from point A to point B to do certain things. So my wife's reading the map, turn here, turn there, go down here, look for this street, look for that street. We're going. And she says, yeah, just stay on this. We'll come right to the street we need, blah, 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 blah. This will be great. So we're driving. And all of a sudden, as I'm looking, I see the barricades up that basically tell you to stop there. So I slowed down and I go, there's no street past them barricades. Well, the map was ahead of the development. So yeah, it was going to be there. It's down, but they just weren't done with it. So then we had to go back a couple of miles, then away a few more miles to basically do a big arc circle to come around to go back. Oh, what a pain that was. But yeah, it wasn't uncommon, 25 years ago here to come along a street and all of a sudden just wasn't done. There was just nothing else there but desert. Oh, that was so frustrating.
Isn't it nothing but desert around you anyhow?
Well, not now.
Oh, not
Now
now.
I've been in this house 20 plus years,
Yeah.
and it's built up now. When I first moved here, oh no, it was desert, coyotes, road runners, quail, coyotes. Yeah,
Everything.
out here. But now,
That sounds like that cartoon, that Over the Hedge.
over the hedge. Yeah.
That's one of my kids' favorite movies. One of my favorite modern ones in the last 15 years for a kids show.
They hibernate and
Cheers,
wake
Carl.
up into the city or a
It's
suburb.
hysterical.
Hysterical. It is. That is for sure.
Well, we got William Shatner in there and Bruce Willis. It's insane. Anyway, I
No
kind
bad
of take
whiskey
back.
today, Charles. Come on. Really? I don't know. I can't believe that. I figured you'd want to finish those bottles off. But anyway, so Ben, what are you pouring? What are you drinking?
Well, I just took a couple sips of the 40 Creek for the first time in probably a month or two, and
Which one?
it's the one I killed, the regular one. And to be
okay.
fair, it's fine. Like it's got some good caramel notes in there, and it's sweet.
Yeah.
So and somewhat viscous, but it's fine for what it is.
Yeah.
If I want it for my money, I'm going to explore other things that I still haven't had.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. And that's kind of the way I look at it too. It's not high up on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want another 40 proof, or I've got some of those I can just roll right to. And if I want something that's not too complicated, but it's here. There's 3 expressions. I can't remember what it is, but I do know we have the standard.
My philosophy is try everything at least once. See if you like it.
Yeah.
And if the bottle lasts you for a couple months or several months and you get to experience it as it goes down, great. Then after you kill it, you can decide what you think of it. Because you've been on that journey.
40 Creek is, to me, is a dessert whiskey.
Yeah.
Dessert.
That's how it.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
definitely a dessert.
It reminds me of like praline or something like that, or like a hazelnut kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, I'm getting caramel, maybe vanilla. Yep, hazelnut. Sure.
Yeah.
If you want to go nutty, it's kind of waxy and oily in that regards. Yeah. Hazelnut sounds good.
I haven't poured that one in a while. I should.
I don't know. You make it sound like it's not a bad pour. It's like, well, maybe I might pick up some of that just because.
It's not, but if you're expecting like just a regular rye, it's not that.
Like I said, it's on par or a very, very slight step up from Crown Royal. But that being said, Crown Royal is more of a rye or a mix. So to be honest, it's quite 2 different mouthfeels. I did have them side by side. I thought I was going to pick Crown Royal over the 40 Creek, and this was a couple months ago, and I went 40 Creek. But
let's try
it depends on what you're used to.
Let's pour. Exactly. Now we're talking about it.
What did you grab, Alex?
The Masters.
Okay. Yeah, like I have a friend in Kelowna who named Steven, and he actually got asked to be part of a pick for 40 Creek. And it sounds like it's an amazing bottle. I just don't remember which one. I think it might have been like Confederation Bridge or something. I don't know. But one of the clear ones like you have.
Like I know they have like Confederation Oak, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah. It's one of those more fancier ones that's probably higher quality, older, and more expensive.
Yeah.
Than the standard one. Like the one I got was under 40 for Canadian, right? So
that's I want to see here which. So I had I got to pick a bottle from them. Nice response. Here.
It's been more than 2 weeks ago, right?
I don't know what it's going to be called. It's a limited release. So you got to do you got to reserve a bottle number from them.
But
I have to see.
Clear my palate here a little bit and get ready for something else.
Well, that's what it is.
Master you'll never once if you came out here, Charles, you'd never want to live anywhere else. It's magical out here.
It's magical here.
You probably won't see this. It's probably going to be too bright. It's the art of blend.
Art blend.
Art of the blend. It's a special release they're putting out. I wish I could see
coming up.
I can't see the ABV. I have my glasses on. That sucks.
So, Anthony,
Well,
what are you sipping on right now?
I was sipping on some Killoman STR cask maturated. I had a little,
45.
little
Okay.
sample there
Yeah.
that
Cool.
It's 45.
I got, and so
I think I
was
know who
working
that.
on
I think
that.
I know who that sample's from. I recognize that label maker.
Yeah, yeah. He
All
swung
right,
by
you guys
here, dropped it
inspired
off
me.
a couple weeks ago. There you
There
go.
you go. Like it.
Right, get the hat on.
My daddy's Aussie bush hat.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
And by the way, good to finally meet, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's always good to be able to put the name and the face together at least once. So when you see him in chat, it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get to hear their voice.
Yeah, well then you stand next to Sean and you're at his belly button. Freaking like
I think this tall tale of how tall I am keeps growing. But
Hi,
hello.
hello.
Who are you?
Daddy.
Daddy.
It's all that picture is your arms like this and everybody's
He's the
shorter than
muffin
you.
man. He's the muffin man.
As you can see, we have someone who likes to perform.
Yes.
Hey,
You know,
everybody has a performer. I'm sure of that.
You know, Alex, so if you look at that picture, I didn't even notice it till I looked at it afterwards, and I was already home by then. I think I made Mark uncomfortable putting my arm around him. He kind of looked, you know,
Yeah.
hard to say.
Yeah.
All right. So
Just some bro love there, but I think
bro
Hey,
love. That's
Roll
it.
love at a whiskey distillery is where it happens.
yeah, man. No, it was a really great day though. Good hanging out with the guys and get to know them better.
Which distillery?
So the picture was at Bardstown. We just when we took
right.
that picture. When we took that picture, we just finished doing a bunch of samples of various stuff, so we had a few pours in us. So I was happier than normal.
Then normal.
Yeah.
It's, Sugar Kitty's comment. You tall guys are at his belly button. I'm 5'3" and I'd be at his kneecaps.
I just caught that out of just caught that.
Well, hey, everybody's a big fan of Sugar Kitty, so your
Yeah.
daughter included.
Exactly.
No,
Well, I think
you know who actually is a giant is B. Charles' buddy there, the other part of Fun with Whiskey, the man behind the camera. He's an actual giant. He's like 6'8". So
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, a short guy. I got you.
I think Stanley's pretty tall too. Stan Wagner.
I believe he's over 6 feet. Yeah.
Well, he's 6. He's taller than. Well, he'd be taller than Sean then, right? Sean, you look like you're like 6'8" in that picture, but everybody else is 5'2".
well, so I mean, as I said, so I'm roughly 6'3", about 6'3.5", and then with boots on, that adds at least an inch and a half, because all boots have a heel on them basically. So, and then the hat too. So all together, it makes me look taller than I actually am. Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
What are you pouring, Anthony?
I am going to hold on. Let me just get out of this before I.
That'd be at B's ankle. Yeah, I think most of us would be, to be honest.
I'm going to pour Lagavulin 9.
Nice.
Okay.
So this was the bottle that I was going to get into.
I would love to have a bottle of that Lagavulin.
Here we go.
It's hold on. Let me highlight that. I just hit the
While
wrong
it's
button. There you
focused.
go.
Yeah. What's
There
this,
you go.
Alex?
It's a what do you call it? It's a Brooklotic 28 year.
Oh,
It's called
Very cool.
the Boutique Whiskey Company. So it's a independent bottler. But I sent Donald a sample because he's like a Brooklotic fanatic. We were gonna.
that? Where'd you get that one?
Craft Cellars. And, well, I got it. Not while I was there.
Yeah, ordered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the highest age I've had is the Bunahaven 27. It was a single malts of Scotland, an independent bottling.
Well, yeah,
It was a dram during Robert Burns Day in 2020.
that'd be nice. Yeah, no, this is I mean, don't get me wrong, this is only a 500
Million?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I just had to have it. It's one of those bottles you didn't care what the price was as long as it wasn't $1,000. I haven't been drinking it. I just sent sample, but just
So this is going to be my first pour of the stream here. Finally got this guy today, the B522.
Is that a barrel proof? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, the camera's not really picking it up.
No,
Come on,
it
camera.
is.
There we
It is.
go. Yeah.
522.
Yeah.
I've had 2 samples of that. The first one was the C920. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the C920 is excellent. This
I think the other one
the C921 is the same. It's really good.
Sean,
I think
did you
the
have to
other-
put a cork on that?
What's that?
Did you put that cork on it? That clear cork that looks like it's on it?
There's
Oh
no-
no! When you showed the bottle, sorry, I thought there was
Oh, no, the cork was on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I thought it was a cork because you're
Yeah, it's
flashing
just-
it around. I thought that. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say, what the hell?
No. Yeah, I found this at Kroger today at MSRP, so that was cool. That's a
Nice.
rare find these days here in Kentucky.
Yeah,
so.
extremely. Yep, without a doubt.
But I'm not sure on the bottle itself. Of course, this is a fresh crack, so just had a little bit at my sister's house earlier, so maybe it'll grow on me. We'll see.
Price.
How difficult is it for you, Alex, to get a barrel proof? If you it's just across the river, right?
Yeah. I think they're in Wisconsin or Minneapolis, near Minneapolis, probably has them.
Oh, so not in the U.S. side, right across the
No.
river. Okay.
No. Oh,
hear
I mean,
that,
although
Charles.
I've started finding Bookers over here, just over the bridge, but
Mm-hmm.
and it was a 2021, so I'm wondering if the new ones come.
So it's still a relatively small U.S. town or city and a small market.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 people there.
Oh, only? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so but I mean, 4 hours or no, 3 hours from here is Duluth, which is I want to say 500,000 people, maybe.
Oh, okay.
And Minneapolis is, I'm assuming, millions. I don't know.
I'm
How
gonna have
many-
to look up more on Duluth then, because Red Deer's only 100,000. So
Yeah, I want to see. I gotta see now. I could have been totally lying there. I've been known to do that.
And the little town I
there's
live
a difference between lying and being mistaken.
Yeah, no, that's
in. True.
oh wow, I was way off. Oh no, as of 2020, so they're about almost 90,000.
Oh, okay.
I thought they were bigger.
That's still a good sized town, though.
Oh yeah.
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 It just everybody goes to Duluth. Like it's like tourism is crazy there. That's why I thought it was a bigger place. But Minneapolis is just another hour away from there, I think, roughly.
Okay.
Yeah, you were saying, Anthony, that you also live in just a small podunk town, middle of nowhere. Yeah, I know it's.
Yeah, we got just over 100,000 in the little town I live in.
Oh, I
And
thought
that's
you
not
were in
Las
Las.
Vegas.
I thought you were in Las Vegas. I guess not.
I'm in North Las Vegas. There's a difference.
Hmm.
If you're in Las Vegas, you're in the millions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're. There's a lot.
Oh, so I was
that
making a joke. So you're not actually in Las Vegas proper. You're outside. Okay,
Correct.
interesting.
Probably
There's
better to
Las
be there
Vegas.
anyway.
There's Las Vegas, unincorporated Las Vegas, and then where I live, North Las Vegas, has nothing to do with the city of Las Vegas.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Good.
we're a separate city in ourselves, North Las Vegas. It took me a second too when I first got here. What? But that's just how it was divided up a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been out that way now, Anthony?
24 years this August.
It's a little while.
Yeah.
In September, it'll be 20 years for me for being in the city.
They consider me a native after this long.
Yeah. I still consider myself a country boy.
Hey, Bill. Cheers.
Howdy, Bill.
Bill Monty.
But yeah.
The biggest small city ever. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, where Slapshot is, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're well over that here. Without a doubt. The water level shows it
Yeah. Oh yeah.
out here. But you got to think that river was never meant to sustain the amount of people that it does now.
Yeah.
From where it starts to where it finishes. So, you know, that's just one of those things. It was never to do that.
So is Vegas still growing pretty rapidly? I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They can't build houses as fast as they sell them.
Interesting. Yeah.
So is that a chronic problem and issue, or just goes it through certain booms?
You would almost think they would somehow try to curb that, but the problem that people are having is not that they can't sell the houses. There's no rental properties within reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even apartments that were under $1,000 a month a few years ago are now well over, and you're talking $1,500 a month for maybe a 2-bedroom apartment.
Cheers, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's bad.
Sure.
And then if you are on a fixed income like some seniors, those types of housings just aren't here, and they're trying to make some, but where do they go? Because their rent's going up, and it's the point is to where, so they pay their rent. Do they eat this month?
Yeah.
Because their rent went from, let's just say $800 a month to $1,100 a month.
It's like that here too. Like 1-bedroom apartments will go for $1,500. It's like the house that I live in here is like $1,100. It's a full house, but I've been in it for 7 years, 6-7 years before the market went skyrocketing.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's not far from me, so he knows.
Oh, I'm sure, Charles. Yeah. Well, I can't imagine what California prices are. Just we pray for you, brother. I don't know how you guys are doing it out there.
Hey, Top Dog, my aunt and uncle live in Brentwood.
Nashville.
So they had, when they sold their house, holy smokes, it wasn't on the market long. And there was a guy that used to live across the street from them. He's extremely popular as a financial person that's from that area. And I used to see him regularly jogging past their house because he lived catty corner from them. I won't mention his name, but I think you might know who it is. Yeah, that's why I said that. I knew you were in the Brentwood area. So they sold their house a few years ago, and they're living in some apartments. And I think there's a mall by them or something like that. But I've been to the Franklin Mall quite a few times.
Yeah, but before we moved out of Orlando, it was becoming that way, where it was more financially viable to buy a house than rent because rent was just going through the roof. I can't imagine it's improved in the 2.5 years we've been gone. So,
it's a zoo in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
So you went from Orlando to Kentucky, huh?
Yep. And never going back ever.
It's easy to say.
So
go ahead.
I was just wondering, how big of a city do you live in?
Oh, so now the county I live in has 22,000 people in the whole county.
The county, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it here.
Where I grew up. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I step out in my backyards, there's they're not mountains proper, but large foothills. Just right out my back door there. So yeah, it's nice, man. It's a completely total different change of pace. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I grew up just on the edge of the foothills between the prairies and the Rocky Mountains. So.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Yeah, it's just it's different here.
What's the closest distillery you live near? Sean?
I think it's Wilderness Trail. They're about an hour and 15 minutes away.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so not too
I
bad.
like Wilderness Trail stuff. They're good.
Yeah. Although
Man,
supposedly,
you got a lot.
Horse Soldier is supposed to be opening a distillery in the next county over, so that will soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I heard rumors about that too.
That's one of the bourbons I really want to get just to support veterans. So
Yeah. Yeah. And they're making decent stuff. I think the prices are a little high to me for what it is, but
for the quality.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
It's pretty good stuff though.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. But like you said, it's just kind of what you're supporting is kind of.
Yeah, well, the guy, one or two of them were on with Whiskey Crusaders in Remembrance Day of 2020. So it was a good live stream.
Yeah, and I've heard from everybody that has talked to them, one-on-one, that they're just great guys. So
yeah, but I've heard their prices are relative above average.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Horse Soldier. So I've got this one.
Oh,
there you go.
But I won't drink it.
Ah,
that's the original Horse Soldier, Will Summer.
One of them.
I had it signed by him.
Cool, man.
Yep.
He rode on the horse into Afghanistan right after 9/11.
Oh,
so
wow.
I had it signed by him. He made it out to me. So
it was fascinating listening to them talk about their story and just how basically none of them knew how to ride a horse except for maybe one guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, and the thing is, I haven't been on a horse in 20 years, so I didn't really grow up around them too much, but I did ride them a bit as a teen. But yeah,
it's been. Let's see. Well, since haven't rode a horse since I moved to Orlando, and I moved to Orlando. Let's see, 12 years ago. But I've said this before. So I grew up in Ocala, which is horse country. I don't know how many of you folks are familiar with it, but at one time they were fighting with Kentucky to be the horse capital of the country, Ocala, Florida. Yeah, there's lots of thoroughbreds raised there that have won some races. So yeah,
okay.
And we because of the line of work I was in, we did a lot of work at farms and stuff, and so we ended up cleaned plenty of horse stalls and brought horses into the stalls and all that kind of stuff. Rode plenty of horses. Kind of missed that, but anyway.
Yeah, I grew up in a hamlet 250, so I grew up in the country, but not really a cowboy lifestyle. So,
yeah.
I didn't live on a farm, but I had to go to the farm on weekends. I grew up in the city, and but my family had a dairy farm in the middle of Pennsylvania, roughly the middle, and so to go and have to milk cows or something like that wasn't nothing unusual, because I had to go help my cousin finish his chores if we wanted to go fishing, or especially hunting season. Well, they were up early, so I had to get up early to get in there and help him so we could be where we wanted to be when the sun was coming up. So it was like,
very early. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I get up early still to this day. Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at the Fun with Whiskey stuff. So in Canada here, we have on the East Coast, Nova Scotia, there's houses selling that they couldn't give away 5-6 years ago for 400 times the asking price. They're going for $400,000, $500,000, and they couldn't even give the houses away. And it's
really?
sight unseen buyers. So
yeah,
I don't know where the money's coming from.
What did that?
I don't know where the money's coming from. It's not, obviously, I don't think it's Canadian money that's coming. It's from somewhere else.
That could very well be. Yeah, that could very well be. It might not be. And that's the thing here. It's a lot of it's cash offers. I'm not picking on California people, but a lot of California people, Arizona people, even Utahns, but more Californians leaving after they sell their house there, coming here and dropping cash.
Well, you know what
Buying
I
a
saw.
house for, $500,000, $600,000 because they sold their house for almost $1 million or more,
Yeah.
depending on where you are.
You know what I saw in Florida, Orlando area before I moved. I was a pool technician then, so we built pools and cleaned them, all that stuff. So your lots very nice, very nice pour there. So I was a lot of new construction, and a lot of the homes that were getting built up in these bought up. I'm sorry, in these communities was primarily from the Chinese market. They would buy them sight unseen, just like you were saying, all cash. And then they would just sit empty for like years. And so there was all kinds of problems with the HOA getting them to clean up the yards and stuff because there's nobody ever there. They would just buy the house and then they would just sit. Pipes would break and never get fixed. It was something else. So I don't really understand that. I guess it's a good investment. So they just buy them and then the houses just sit there. So.
Chris, cheers. Thanks for popping in, man. And
Chris.
In chat.
We're gonna have to change your channel now to real estate neophyte.
I guess so. Bourbon to scotch to now real estate. It's just like a pub. We talk about just about anything.
Chris is in the chat. Too bad I can't read it.
You can't read it.
I've gotten to meet Chris twice. A real down to earth, great guy.
Well, good. Glad he's here. Always have room for another one. That's for sure. Always have room for another one. But I tell you what, I'm glad I poured this 9-year-old log. I haven't went to it for a few months. And it's nice maltiness.
I've been trying to drink bottles that I don't touch. The Knob Creek one I haven't touched for a while, but that's why I've been looking up, and then I go look back there, and I'm just trying to grab bottles that instead of drinking all the bottles I can't get anymore, drink the bottles I can get
and replace. Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I grabbed the Old Elk. It's not that I can't get it; it's just not everywhere, particularly Armagnac finish. And I had a couple of pours out of it a while ago, and then I just left it sit for a few months, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take that with me. So I took that up. I took this Lagavulin up, but I didn't open it. I took what else did I take up? I can't remember. Oh, I had the Eagle Rare. I had that Jack Daniels, but I didn't open those. And then I had, I've got some Irish whiskey up there. I've got a couple of other bourbons up there, and ended up drinking the Old Elk. It's just how it went. I didn't open anything else. I just kept drinking that because that's what seemed to hit the spot.
So you got a question in the chat. Which Port Charlotte? What Richie's saying, those are good bottles. I have Old Grandad 114. I just haven't picked it up yet.
I bought that and
I really
took it up there,
that.
so it's sitting at the camp.
You got a question in your chat asking which Port Charlotte to buy.
Well,
this one.
If you could find that one or the OLC, like Rob had, or where's their heck is mine?
These are
in here. This is the quintessential. You can.
I'm the quintessential.
You can grab just the regular Port Charlotte 10.
Yeah,
is that amazing?
It's always great with a ribeye.
Oh dear.
Oh yes.
My brother gave me one of those for my birthday in 2021. 2020. No, 2021. It was fantastic.
It is.
I'll be more than happy to get another one again.
Yeah. It does not disappoint.
Just be nice.
Disappoint.
Prices would stay where they are.
Well, the log just went up to $90 a bottle here from 78.
Hey, so that 16. Reminds me. I wonder if you guys are seeing this as well. So I saw today while I was at Kroger that Wild Turkey 101, which is a bottle I buy all the time, is now $30 a bottle. Is anybody else seeing this? For the $7.50, not
how much?
Regular Wild Turkey 101 fifth is $30 a bottle. At my local Kroger is the cheapest place in town, and they're $30 a bottle there. I hope this is a temporary thing. I don't know what's going on.
Typo, because I picked up my Old Granddad bottled and bond 100 proof for $12.99.
Well, Good. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of was upsetting to see.
How's it going, Trouble?
What's up, Mike?
Oh,
Oh,
the north.
what's
Let that
up
guy in.
what's up in Colorado? I hear you got a hockey team.
Yeah, we're doing it all, buddy. We're like Canadian here almost.
Almost.
They're from the Quebec City, so there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. We stole Quebec Nordiques, so
That's what you guys would do too. Sounds right.
that's what we do. We all want to be Canadians.
Deep down. Deep down.
I just love that Port Charlotte. I don't care. It's just so good. I might even have some now that we're talking about it.
Yeah, one of the probably the next bottle I'm gonna kill is my Artbag 10 right away. And I don't know
I've
if
got
I
about that much
if I
stuff
want to
in
get
my-
another Artbag 10 or a Lecheg 10.
I grab. Well, you get what you want, but the
Yep.
the Ardbeg 10 is so damn good. But the prices I'm noticing, like I said, my log 16 went from 75 or 78. It's $90 now a bottle.
See, where? Oh no, Laura is too expensive now.
Yeah.
Lore here is about 139, but I've seen it
Yeah.
as high as 180 on a bottle.
I think
I've
when I
never
go-
seen it for 139. It's 169, I think, here, 160, something like that.
I
I
guess the
better
price
buy
of Lores must be over
Yeah.
200 Canadian now.
Oh, nice. I got.
Oh yeah, there you go.
How do you like that one, Mike? It's one of those bottles I just keep eyeing and have never bought.
It's a good one. So just
Good.
buy it. Let's just
Yeah.
buy it.
It's fine, yeah. Along with all the other ones, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got room. It's fine.
It's good.
I actually don't. I need way more shelves than I have. There's a lot of bottles on the floor right now, but
I know. I think Big Vic sends out so many samples just because he wants to keep buying and he's got to make room.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he sends out rare bottle samples though. It's like, what did you guys just get recently? His BTAC, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, he just got a handy. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, these things.
Did he find that on his own, or
Wife's yelling. Our dogs are insane. Just so you know.
yes,
I'm on
they
with
are.
Anthony.
You do know, Mike, they learn from their owner, right?
She doesn't want to say hi to you, Anthony.
The dogs do learn from your owner.
Hi, Frankie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I am perfect. Thank you for asking.
Why are you so perfect?
Well, I'm just feel honored that your husband came on.
Yeah.
She couldn't contain the laughter.
Nobody buys that, Anthony.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh man, I'm tired. We went to the pool today. It's like it was 95 degrees here.
95.
Canadian
That's cold.
degrees, not Canadian degrees.
Canadian
We-
degrees.
We would be dead. We would be
I'm
dead.
still at 40. I'm 41 Celsius. So what is that? 106? Yeah. Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we were only 20% humidity at least though, so that was good.
We were 8.
I don't
Yeah,
see those.
you're-
We don't see those temperatures. I don't know if you do, Ben, but we don't.
Last year we had 3, maybe 4 weeks that were above 30 degrees every single day.
Yeah.
A lot of them were in 35, 38. I think it's the hottest I've ever experienced here in Alberta.
So what's 30 degrees? Like 90?
Yeah,
30s,
probably.
Yeah.
I know-
70,
no.
80.
I know
70.
40 is
70s,
100.
Yeah.
So
70s 20. And, yeah. I always remember 70 is 20 because that's how we used to set thermostats when I was plumbing and heating. It was that was the room
okay.
temperature.
So what's room temperature in Celsius?
20.
20, okay.
So it's 70. 70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
70.
18, 20 degrees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Nordiques.
But thanks, Greg. I'm gonna look at that because it is still nowhere to be found here.
I'm just gonna have to bow out for a minute, and I'll be right back.
All right.
You know
Ooh,
where
I
we'll
want
be.
to see a bow, Ben. That wasn't a bow.
No
But
bow.
Owls must look different up there in Alberta.
Yeah. You just do this.
Here we go.
Are you,
Oh,
still,
okay.
are you in Ontario, right?
Yeah, that's not even really hot yet. That's just kind of approaching hot.
That's like hot though for us. It's like,
Oh yeah, for you guys, yeah. Now, what's your humidity like up that way though, Alex?
we're very like
Yeah, there's
80%, like
Yeah,
100%
there's-
humidity.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as like Miami Beach humid, but
Yeah.
it's still
Well, there's very few places on the planet that are Florida humid. Florida is a special kind of humid. You can't even go by.
It's a lot like Kentucky, actually.
Yeah. I mean, Kentucky's similar, but we don't have it as often. Florida, it's like year round. Kentucky,
Yeah.
there's just a few months where it's kind of sucky, but
I went to
Yeah.
Miami Beach. You step off the plane, you're just wet. It's like, oh, this is great.
just instant sweating as soon as
Yeah,
you walk out the door.
Charles is not wrong. Los Angeles is almost San Diego weather, but not quite. It's a little bit hotter than San Diego weather.
Yeah.
San Diego has the smallest change in average daily temperature throughout the year
Oh yeah.
in the continental United States. I'm sure Hawaii is probably less, but in the continental United States, it's the shortest.
So Mike, you might have weather like Demon Hunter there, like Ben does. So because they get the mountain, the Chinooks that come down, so it could be like 70 degrees, hot. Next thing you know, tomorrow morning you wake up and there's 12 inches of snow, and then you wake up the next day and it's grass.
A couple of years ago, our big snowstorm hit in October, and we had a 90-degree day followed by 18 inches of snow the next day.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is. It's beautiful.
No, my
You
wife
could've
used
went
to
to
tell
the
me
pool,
about the
Mike.
weather there.
Cheers,
all the time.
Cheech. Good to see you, man.
Cheers, Cheech. All right, Anthony, I got to prepare some stuff for Livewire, but I just wanted to stop in and say hi.
Well, that's what I was just going to
And I
ask
got to
you.
take care of these freaking hound
Well, that's
dogs.
what I was just going to ask you. What's exciting things are going to happen on live? Other
So-
than you be there.
Going down tonight.
What's
So,
that?
Adam's going down tonight. He and I are battling on Livewire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so we've got that going on. So that's pretty good. You know, he was supposed to get a bye, but I said, ain't no freebies for the host. So we gave him the next best thing. He's going to go against me.
There you go. That's how
So-
it is.
The
You know,
next
this
best thing.
is strictly business. It's nothing personal, Mike. I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
The show
the
has
next-
to go on.
the next best thing from a buy. Like it's basically like just like getting a buy.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I should have a bye, Mike. You kind of do, Adam. It's fine. It's really like a warm up for your next round. And then if Marty is back home in time, he's going to battle DMC. He's traveling from a wedding in Tennessee. So.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's on the road. He may have said something about a wedding. I don't remember, but I just know he was on the road because he's been kind of silent.
Yeah. But we'll see you guys later. We'll
Yep.
see you, Anthony. Appreciate you guys.
Ciao.
All right, Mike.
man.
See you.
Ciao.
But yeah, like I said, I didn't see Marty for a while, and I think he did tell me he was doing something, but I didn't remember the wedding part of it.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. Yeah, just when I don't see certain people for a while, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I start thinking like, where are they at? What happened? Blah blah blah, and then boom, here they come. So
Yeah. I don't
now,
usually go.
if everything holds true, Marty will pop in somewhere
Yeah.
while he's driving. Just
It's
come
like
into
Rob
chat.
Rob M. Seeing him in your chat. I haven't seen him for a while either. He said he was.
Yeah, he's in chat. He's floating around.
Yeah.
He
He
was
just said
drinking
he was
Port
taking it
Carla.
easy.
I think he had the OLC, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he said he was taking it easy for a while. That's why he hasn't been really around.
Well, his easy, my easy, your easy. You know, they are two different things.
I'm
That's
just sick
for
of
sure.
cutting grass. That's all I care about. That's not my easy.
Yeah. Well, you know, soon you won't have to worry about that.
Oh, the flooring goes in this week. Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
all the paintings done. The lightings are done. Oh,
Take
and
your
then the
shoes and socks off once that's all in, and just go ahead and walk through the house. And go, oh,
I'm just gonna grab one bottle, lay on the floor, drink it, pass out.
there you go.
No furniture, no nothing.
Do not use the 28-year-old
No, just
Bottle, yeah.
bottle
Yeah,
chugging
yeah,
28-year-old Brook
no.
Lager.
No, yeah. Do not do that. Do not do that. That's for sure.
It's gonna be nice. It's our first, it's our first house. Her and I had a house about 15 years ago, but divorce.
Yeah, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we finally bought one, but this is the first house that we're gonna actually have that we like renovated. Like actually, it's gonna look like a big boy house.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Not
got
these,
you. You know,
not these
the
rental
cats and
houses.
dogs going to have their own place, or what?
What's that?
The cat's going to have their own place. Dogs
They
gonna have
are,
their
and
own
it's
place?
not going to be in my office.
The cat's in the window. I was just wondering.
Well, that's where their food is. It's up top of that shelf.
Oh, is that because
okay.
of the dogs? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's because the dogs will get that food, and they have medicated food, and you can't just feed a cat for that sitting. Like you just, here's your food right now. Like you feed a dog, right? Like it's like cats don't eat like that. They'll just go grab it, eat, take off.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure you could teach them to eat like that, but we don't.
Exactly.
But no, they have their own room. Well, not their own room. They'll be in the laundry room, and I get to have my little lounge, my small little lounge, but it'll be a lounge.
That's okay. It'll be yours. Sign on the front says no dogs allowed.
Yep.
Yeah. Cats.
They'll all be in there anyhow.
Oh, they will at one point or another.
But the door gets closed when I go to work.
That's right. Off limits. Without a doubt.
That's all I need is the cats climbing on shelves, because I got new shelves I'm putting in there and stuff like that, and be like, ugh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, they'll do it. They certainly will do it. If they can see a way to get to somewhere, they'll do it.
And then the door is going to get a deadbolt in case my son visits.
See?
Sure.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Yeah. Any house is the cat's house, no matter what. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Sugar Kitty knows.
You know what? A cat looks at you like you're in my space.
Oh yeah. You need to move from that chair now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I stand up, I'll go somewhere. Like this cat here.
Yeah.
Her name's Ding Ding.
Yeah.
She'll jump on my chair and just lay down. It's like right away. It's like, get off there.
Yeah. You're probably getting a vibe right now that, she's like, okay, you've occupied that seat too long. Oh yeah. She's got to be behind you now.
If I didn't have all this stuff right beside me, she usually jumps from up there onto my desk. Just boom, like, it's like, and then she sits right at my shoulder, staring at me like staring into my soul.
She is.
With that look of disdain in her eye for your existence.
Yeah. Just die.
All right. Well, I got to get another pour because that log was really good. So, let's see.
Carrie collector.
Are you gonna stay with scotch?
Yes, because I've had peated and then I've had some more peated. So I might as well stay with the peat.
I just wanted to at least have a bourbon before.
What's that?
Well, I know. I poured that Knob Creek just because it stares me in the face all the time, and then I was like,
pour it. I can pour Knob Creek. Don't. It's all good. I've got it.
No, you can. No, it don't matter to me. You can pour what you want.
No. Remember, what do you want to drink?
Well, I am drinking my 15 right now. The Knob Creek 15.
Oh, I didn't know you poured it already. I knew you brought it down.
No. I poured it.
All right. No, I've got Knob. Believe me. I'll move this store picked Woodinville side to get it. I've been using this one sparingly.
Hobby Nobby.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Hobby Nobby reminds me. Well, it probably is like a hobby store.
Well, it's not. It's a liquor store, but that's what they called it.
Reminds
me like somewhere you go to get your knitting.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of Hobby Lobbies in this area.
Oh yeah. Hobby Lobby.
You guys have those up there?
No.
Okay.
But it's just the name, everything about it just screams like you go there and get your glue for your model airplanes or your cars or something.
And you do. Yeah. We got it.
Yeah.
here. We've
Lots
got
of
the Hobby
bedazzling
Lobby
going
or
on.
whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
And then your whiskey.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. One-stop shopping.
Yeah.
You can bedazzle your whiskey or knit a thing to cover it or whatever the
Or
case.
get drunk and bedazzle.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Bedazzle yourself while you're drunk.
Yeah. Just,
Mhm.
hey, let's see if
Without a
this
doubt.
sticks to my cheek.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. You since you said go for things you have open and haven't touched, I'm
Yes.
looking for something here. Hold on.
Well, that's what I did last night, so I'm not doing that again.
I'm looking for stuff.
Well, you're not supposed to touch all of them.
Hold on. Well, that's exact. He hasn't figured that out, but he knows now after last night.
That was an interesting blind. I will say that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I don't know if Bourbon Bar will ever see that, but I know he's a big fan of Brothers Bond, but I can't get behind it. I don't know, man. It's it kind of killed my soul a little bit last night that this is even whiskey in the same category as the beautiful stuff I love.
Killed your soul. Oh, wow.
Hey, Paul. Cheers,
All
Paul.
right.
That's true, Paul. That's good advice. I'm heavy-handed, and so it's it gets away from you quick. And then as the night goes on, the pores seem to get larger, or at least it feels that way.
And since we're talking about it,
What's up, Brother Paul?
Oh,
doing?
the old granddad bonded.
old granddad bonded. That's what we'll pour.
I haven't had that in a little while myself, there, Anthony. I think
I was like, we were talking about the 114. Oh, wait a minute. I can't leave that in the glass.
You know what? That one is always a good pour. That and Evan Williams bottled BIB.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And what's nice about it, they switched to the synthetic cork,
Yep.
so I don't worry about the cork one bed.
And those seal a lot better.
Oh my gosh, do they? Yes.
There we go. Is this that's a small pour, right? I think I'm doing it right. Is that you
You gotta
approve,
actually
Paul?
put some in the glass. You just don't use the dropper.
Yeah. Very small.
Trying here.
I'm gonna put that up there. So
I gotta open
then
my
I'll
window.
probably let me cleanse the palate because I'm tasting that wonderful peat.
Yeah, that's the thing is once you go peated, it's kind of hard to go back. You kind of keep getting peat on everything after that. So
I actually
get
drink
peat on
yourself a
everything.
little Perrier.
The old Pete. I
Sparkling
thought you
water.
said you.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good palate cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
The carbonation.
Mm-hmm.
I went with a bean.
It is.
Top 12.
When I do different blinds, that's what I do. I keep that. Oh yeah, peanut.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
nutty.
It's the only reason why I like those kind. Like it gives me that bean profile.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Without actually having to crack a bottle of Jim Beam. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And hey, on the other hand, Booker's now is 6 year, 11 months old. It's no longer 5 years.
Oh, okay.
They're
Hey.
getting older. They're getting older.
6
Now
years,
it's
11
worth
months?
the $100.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm still on the fence.
It's actually it's 89 at the store over the bridge here. So
Oh, okay. Well,
Ah,
yeah.
I mean,
it's a little better.
take away the box and everything else, that probably would be $60.
Yeah.
I mean, I have enough Booker's boxes already. I don't need any more. I'll take just the bottle.
Sure. And do you ever go back and read the stories, Alex? I mean, let's be honest here. Are you saving all the cards? And yeah, I don't know. It's another thing to collect, I guess. But
I mean, some people like certain things. Some people don't. Like, I mean, like it goes back to like even the Octomores that I have. Some people just can't stand them, but I love them. You're just getting kicked in the face by Pete, mind you. But
I mean, I like Booker. It's just the price point kind of kind of kills it for me here lately. But it's I guess just the way things are going. So,
but what I find interesting, and I know this is not even a close comparison, but some of these single barrels I see that are only like 4 years old that we're paying $90 for because somebody picked them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
yep.
I
Well,
mean,
you got to remember too, all bourbon is picked.
yeah. Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody picked them barrels to mix to make that batch. So if you really want to pick one, it is. And speaking of a person with a discerning taste and an eye for picking good whiskey.
What is this? Oh,
Ta-da.
What's up, Dustin? How we doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
good so far.
Yeah.
What's everybody sipping on?
Well-
I just did Knob Creek 15.
The new, like the new bottle?
No, I don't think so. This one? No.
Well, did it come with a box or not?
Oh no.
That's well, yours is
No
what,
box.
100 proof?
Okay, that's the new one then. That they just released it without the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure then. I know.
How is
picked it. It's good. This is like just my second pour of it, but I mean, it's I remember people telling me that it was going to be hit or miss because of the wood. I don't get that at all on this. Like not like heavy tannins or anything. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I got a hold of a couple
Interesting.
good bottles myself, but I've heard some bad ones that are out there. So
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain on it right now. Like, I mean, second pour is still good.
nice.
So, have you picked up anything lately? No, you got something right there.
Oh, is that a
God.
Russell's pick? It looks like a Russell's pick.
Yeah, it's Russell's pick. It's almost a 12-year-old one that I picked up recently.
Cool.
Oh yeah, those are delicious.
Yeah.
Get the focus, but yeah, it's just under 12 years.
I mean, those are like
Warehouse F.
phenomenal.
I mean, this is a pretty good one. Little hot up front, you know. But
Yeah. But
pretty
it
good.
is drinkable. It's not anything bad. But I noticed that on mine too. It was a little hot at first. I'm like, wow. But once you got all for that initial sip, it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a really nice flavor. Really did well. But yeah, no, I've bought way too much lately. It's been an expensive couple weeks. Ben coming through Kentucky. Went out with him more than once hunting, and I don't hunt that often, and I usually don't leave hunting empty-handed. So
Yeah,
Yep.
I imagine.
So the fact that he came to town, left, and came back to town.
Yeah, he was just there yesterday or day before, and you guys went, didn't you? Little hunting.
Yeah, I think I've been up with him I think Tuesday and Friday of last week. So
Mm-hmm.
there may have even been there may have been more. I don't know. It started blurring together, man.
It happens.
Yeah, but there were some expensive bar trips and there were some expensive bottle pickups, and then I picked up some bottles for him. He had some bottles I traded for. It all worked out beautifully in my whiskey collection. Not so much my wallet.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Andrew, I would say those barrels become Fireball, or something equivalent to that at whatever distillery we're talking about.
It is
But
true though. Like there's got to be a lot of barrels that they try and be like, oh no,
Well,
that didn't turn out.
You got to remember how big the batches are that someone like Beam does too. Like
True. Yeah.
they might want that hot, oaky, disgusting barrel to help add some oak flavor to a 50,000 bottle batch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could hide a few bad barrels in a big batch for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Make it-
like he was saying, he goes, they're not going to just dump them,
No.
but they'll find a use for it to give some complexity to something that just turned out to be,
Yep.
Or they'll
You know?
they'll
Welcome
age
back,
it
Ben.
in, or they'll age it in Tabasco barrels.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
We
Yeah. If
call
you're
it
Dickel,
Dickel.
that's what you do with it. Yeah.
That's right. Call it dick.
Or they'll just keep crossing their fingers. Some idiot takes it off their hands in a single barrel pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've had some barrels, man. Like that's obvious what they were trying to do. They're like, maybe some sucker will want this.
And think
Yeah.
it's good.
Some of those older age things, I've kind of had similar experiences. Dustin was like, "Oh, this is 16 years old," and then you get it home, and you're like, "Wow, this is also trash." So thank you for saving this for so long.
Hey, I said that about Discovery 5, with that 17-year Dickel juice in it.
All right, babe.
Extremely disappointed, but after I let it set for 6 months and went back to it, I've learned to appreciate it. And I've had a few pours afterwards where I originally thought I was going to make it a drain pour. I said, what I paid for that bottle, I'm just going to push it in the back. And I did. And I'm surprised.
See, I think
okay.
those bad bottles that we get every once in a while, those are the ones that you drink after doing about 60 ABV for about an hour. Then you go to those bottles because you're not tasting them anymore anyhow.
No.
Oh yeah, this isn't half bad.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
It's kind of like Elijah Craig at 18-year. Those are all single barrels, and some just are terrible.
Terrible.
If you leave it in the bottle for a year or 2, 3 years, they do kind of get better.
Yeah, it softens up a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes
the
the
thing
fruit
about the
comes out
Elijah
in the
Craig 18, it's okay if you get the right bottle. But my thing is if you're going to do that, why are you making it 94 proof? Come on.
Yeah.
Give us a little something. It's an 18-year. At least bump it up to a C note.
Well, they're trying to produce enough to where it sells. People get it. I mean, that's part of the issue.
Yeah, and Anthony,
what they were selling it for wasn't worth it, in my opinion. When I tried, I'm like,
no,
it's good, but
I remember when those used to be $70 regularly. They were sat on shelves, and they were consistent.
Yeah,
not the case anymore.
No.
Yeah, and Anthony, I have the same complaint with a lot of older age stuff, but then I have to remind myself that they're not trying to appeal to me. They're trying to appeal to everyone else who's not us.
What do you mean?
So. Well, I mean, we are like the hyper interested enthusiast. We're a kind of a special group. We're not your average whiskey drinker. So I have to remind myself of that a lot of times because,
what appealing to me.
what average whiskey drinker is buying 15-plus-year-old whiskey?
Yeah, that's the thing. But that seems to be who they're. It seems. I don't know. I have the same question with like Eagle Rare, or Russell's 10, or the Elijah Craig 18. Like, why can't we get them at 100 proof? I get that okay, that cuts down on the amount that you're putting out, so I understand that part. But I think a lot of guys like us would appreciate the higher proof point. And like you said, Dustin, it's kind of weird to me that they're going with this lower proof point, which would appeal to a bigger audience, but that's not really who's buying it. So I just don't really understand.
I mean, I agree with you on the Elijah Craig 18, but Eagle Rare has always been an entry-level bourbon for the people getting into Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
And I think Russell's 10 is supposed to be that for them.
And in the Eagle Rare, it's good. I like it. I can sip on it every day. But I've noticed, and we just talked about this earlier, the profile is so different from one bottle to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, unless your bottle and the bottle you've got to back it up came from the same batch, that next batch definitely isn't the same.
Yeah,
I
could
haven't had
be
two
flat
bottles
grape
the same.
soda NyQuil or something. Yeah.
Well, that's what Stacy says. It's like NyQuil to her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that comes into they're trying to meet demand, and there's just so many bottles they have to put out.
Yeah.
And I got that. But, when do you say, okay, enough is enough? We have to get back to the quality instead of the quantity. And
I doubt we're headed that way, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's not what the consumer's demanding right now.
And it isn't up anywhere. You're right.
And we're not the consumers of that bottle.
No.
Yeah.
Our small market is not the consumers of that bottle.
Yeah. No. We all have a bottle here or there, but it's not anything that we are actively looking for. I mean, I've got 2 backups, and I am not actively looking for it, particularly when I'm seeing it between $50, $75, and upwards of $100 a bottle out here. Yeah, it can sit on that shelf and turn back to freaking dust for all I care.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I know even within this community, I'm kind of an outlier. Like, I don't find Eagle Rare to be that interesting. I mean, mainly, I think what kills it for me is the mouthfeel, and regardless of bottle, basically every bottle I've ever had.
There's no viscosity to it.
It's watery.
Thin.
It's very watery.
I love the flavor, but I'm with you on mouthfeel's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like your standard Buffalo Trace.
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything exciting. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but
of course, E.H. Taylor is 100 proof. That certainly makes it. But I mean, E.H. Taylor has always had a better mouthfeel to me. Granted, it is 10 proof points higher, but I mean, Eagle Rare is. I mean, we're talking 5% alcohol, really. So, I don't know. It's just
Do they have batch numbers?
and
What's
that's
that?
a good question. If they have batch numbers,
Well,
let's see.
well, so you're not going to get anything on the Eagle Rare because they're not batched,
No.
and they're not true
No,
single barrels
no.
either. They're like
no, they're not
it's
true. We talked
neither
about that
thing.
too.
so they're running barrels through there, and they could commingle, they may not. But there's no way they're going to track that.
I believe they are commingled for some Buffalo Trace, a couple of them, and then they put in there to keep that profile.
I mean, from what I'm hearing, they're basically just running it continuously, one barrel at a time.
Yeah,
But
I've heard the same thing, Dustin.
Obviously, you're going to have like a I don't know, whatever the middle barrels are going to be commingled. The central part's probably going to just be single barrel. It's going to be a real weird kind of
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to have the back of this barrel and the front of this barrel meshing, and then the centers are going to be basically single barrel.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then obviously if they're using the same lines, so those lines are going to carry some flavor because they're not cleaning them between barrels. So
right.
I mean, you're going to get some commingling and some homogenization.
Holy,
There's nothing. There's really nothing on here that tells you anything that could help you find.
No,
another
I
one of
didn't
the
see
same.
anything.
The E.H. Taylors might give you more information. Rich, it wouldn't be a Solara because a Solara, what they would do is they put it into like a vat initially, and then they would never let that vat go to zero.
Yeah.
With this, they're just continuously running one barrel at a time through essentially a bottling line. I mean,
Proofing it down and sending it out the door.
mm-hmm.
That's the thing. They're sending out thousands and thousands of bottles a day. But like I said, I don't think it's bad for what it is, but it's disappointing to me with the mouthfeel, the difference in flavor. But like I said, I like it. I have a couple of bottles of it. It's not a daily go-to. It's not something I have to have because it's been about a year, give or take, since I last did. And so last weekend I popped one open and we passed it around, and I had a little bit this weekend, and the bottle's sitting here. So I don't know when I'll get to it again, but we talked about this earlier too today, that hitting some bottles we just haven't went to for 2 months, 6 months, 8 months or more, and I'm going to start doing that and savoring some of these bottles that are a little harder to get, or the price has just gotten ridiculous on them, but they're great bottles. So
Greg has an interesting question. I don't know if you want to take that one, Anthony.
Hold on. I just was looking down there and I caught that out of the corner of my eye. Let's see. Speaking Buffalo Trace, why do all high proof, unique Blanton's bottles go to Europe? I don't know. And next time I get somebody from the UK,
I'll take the
on
question
there,
if you
I
want.
haven't
I'll
seen
answer it.
Mr. Morgan on here. But we got Cooler Runnings on here. Maybe he can answer some of that, but
I'll answer it for if you want, Anthony.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So Buffalo Trace doesn't own the Blanton's brand. It's owned by a Japanese company.
Yeah.
And part of the deal when that whole agreement was done, where Buffalo Trace continues to age, distill, bottle it, was that basically they couldn't sell the premium lines in the States. So Buffalo Trace didn't want it competing with their other products. So that's the answer. It was part of an agreement when that brand got purchased.
Do you remember what company it is now? Like Centauri or?
It's a company you really haven't heard of. Technically, it's owned by like a 5-employee company in the U.S., but they're owned by a conglomerate in Japan that's a little bigger. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. If you ever get Chris in here from Australia, he can rattle it off in all the details.
So to answer the question on E.H. Taylor, I believe this is the marker of what batch is what. So I don't know if it's going to come through on camera.
Hold on. Let me highlight you.
Let's see if I can get this big enough. See the number or letter combination under the 100?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the only thing that's different on these. Everything else is exactly the same everywhere else in the bottle. So that seems to be the batch number. This one is significantly older. This was one of the first E.H. Taylors I bought, and still probably my favorite. So that seems to be. So if you find an E.H. Taylor that you really enjoy, maybe that's the thing that tells you. Pretty sure, because I have two that are exactly the same, and I bought them within a month of each other. So that probably is the same batch, I would imagine. Whereas this one I know is much older. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Chris just jumped in with that.
Okay. Age International Incorporated. Aha.
I was kind of surprised to find out that Blanton's actually wasn't owned by Buffalo Trace, right?
Yeah, well, you got to remember the 80s and 90s, the bourbon industry was pretty much going out of business.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why some of the most like legendary bourbons were bottled around that era, because they were trying to sell it. And so, the best way to sell cheap bourbon, put good bourbon in it. And so, even I think Mash and Drums talked about that cheesy gold foil that, is like a $2,000-$3,000 bottle these days. And I think that actually does have I want to say a 12-year age statement or something along those lines. That probably had 20, 25-year-old bourbons in it. And they blended it for taste. No need to spare expenses in that scenario. They just needed to sell something.
And they sold it. Mm-hmm. Well, all Elijah Craig's. They were mostly 12 years.
Yeah.
They were originally, yeah.
You're now the only 12 year you're going to get is if you get the barrel proof, like the A121, 521, 921, blah, 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 blah. You're going to get that. And then now they're coming up with some private barrels, but they're what? 8, 9, 10, 11 year, depending.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 11 year and an 8 year. So.
Yeah, well, and Greg's saying it sucks. And, but again, Greg, at the time when that deal was made, the Blanton's buyers were in Japan. They were in Australia. They weren't in America. We weren't buying it. I mean, so they sold that piece of the brand because they needed money desperately. And now, mind you, with the bourbon boom that's happening, they are releasing gold in straight from the barrel in the U.S. just in small quantities. So.
Aha.
I haven't opened my Alba for a while. Abunda Alba.
Which one?
Abunda Alba. I got the batch 4. Bill was saying he's cracking the batch 2 tonight. Well, pouring it.
Okay, I got you. But
I think Wild Turkey still does some exclusive releases in Australia, for example, because again, they kept the brand open.
Yeah.
That's why they got their own exclusive Master's Keep. So.
Well, like you said, the 80s and 90s, a lot of the bourbon places were just about ready to go bankrupt. People just weren't into it. If you were making a wine cooler like Bartles and James, you were in.
Yeah, vodka was selling,
Oh, gosh, yes.
That's what I was going to ask you is why. Okay, vodka.
Well, I mean, people basically were into the mixed drinks. That was the hip, cool thing. Wine was definitely more the connoisseur thing. It still is to some degree today, but it's less so. Scotches weren't doing well either. Lots of Scotch distilleries went out of business in that era too.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey in general it wasn't the cool thing. And I think, we're going to see it happen again. Whiskey's not going to stay the cool thing. And we're going to
No,
see at
it'll
some point a
plateau.
lot of these
It's gonna-
distilleries are going to go under. These little guys who are starting up now, they're going to take it at some point. Hopefully, hopefully they can make vodka and they can make gin, and maybe one of those will get big.
Vodka would better with cocaine.
I cannot confirm or deny that, Bill.
Exactly right. Exactly right. We encourage responsible drinking here at Bourbon.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I've only had the Avenant Batch 65, and I'm very impressed with it. It's my brother's bottle, but I'm
It's
quite
the best
enjoying it
kind.
when I get it.
I've said time and time again, people say, hey, what's your favorite bourbon? And I tell them, OPs. And they go, what's that? I go, other people's.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Dustin? Sometimes that's
man.
some of the best whiskey you've had. Didn't come off your shelf.
I have been quite over imbibed on somebody else's George T. Stagg 2017.
Oh yeah. It
Yeah,
was
there's some
wonderful.
good stories about me after that night.
Exactly. They told you had a great time.
I remember how good that whiskey was, and I don't remember too much else.
That's right. But you remembered the whiskey. That's
I tell you what, I
That's all
remember
you need.
every drop of that bottle. That 27 George T. Stagg. If you guys ever get a chance, and I do mean specifically the 2017, it's the best batch to come out since then for sure. It's something else.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I haven't. I've only actually touched a bottle of Stag in the wild. Touched it, but I can't tell you if it was a batch 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I don't remember. But it was just nice to have, or at least to touch, to say, oh my gosh, they do exist in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried getting a bartender to let me take a photo of the Rip Van Winkle 25 year. He declined.
He declined.
Yeah, he was like, no, the only way a bottle comes off that shelf up there is if you're paying for it. It was $1,000 a pour, so I declined.
Holy.
I know, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I mean, that stuff's about as rare as it gets.
Yeah.
But it goes back to that. It is rare because there's not a lot of old whiskey, period. I mean, it's just they're using it. But
People are drinking it.
the supply and the demand has just pushed these prices, using Pappy as an example.
Yep.
It's just
Oh, the Calvin 16.
ridiculous territory.
And
I what is that? Calumet 15?
16.
Oh, where'd you find that? I can only find the 15.
The new
Just
one.
showed up in a couple places in Kentucky. It's been pretty slow rolling, but as you can see from the fill level, I love this one.
Really?
Oh my
I figured
God.
you would have had a straw in it by now and just sit there and sipping on it like it was Kool-Aid.
Man, if I hadn't spent so much money that I feel like I actually have to stop buying for about the next 2 months, I'd have bought like 6 of these. This is so good.
They say the 16 that 16 might actually be the winner over Sam Houston's anything.
It's better than any Sam Houston I've had, including the
Yeah.
15 KY Batch 1. But I like a smoky bourbon, and this is super smoky.
Oh yeah.
Like, just has this incredible, nice oak smoke. Beautiful whiskey.
I've only got the 14. I've only got the 14 of that, but
The
So when you
14
say
very different.
yeah.
oak smoke, you mean like just burnt char barrel?
Yeah, I mean, effectively, you're tasting kind of like the burnt oak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like a really
That's kind of like okay. That's kind of like the barrel pick I have from Boulder that someone in Edmonton bought, and then just people were buying it like crazy.
Yeah, the 15
Okay.
was starting to get some of those notes. The 16 really showcases them. I can't wait for the 17, assuming they do one.
Yeah.
Well, I can still get the 15 here for 89.
Oh, that's a great deal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Great.
120 for me. This one was 150, which seemed ridiculous when I bought it.
Yeah.
Paid
Until you
$30
open it.
more for 1 year. And then I tasted it and I went,
Okay.
yeah, that was worth it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I wanted to be the guy who was like, no, bourbon's gotten too expensive. And then I had it and I was like,
Okay. Yeah, I know. We've all been there down that road with a particular bottle that we thought we overpaid for, and then we opened it and got
Later,
a couple
Richie.
glasses out of it and went, "Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
disappointed."
of course, I spent $10 for a half-ounce pour of not even truly dusty bottom shelf bourbon at this bar over the weekend, last weekend with Bourbon. I mean, this thing had a plastic little thing in the jug, you know?
And they poured it out of.
They poured it out of that. Oh my God, it was delicious. Like
A half ounce?
half ounce was $10. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Very, very nice. Hey, speaking of Dustin, did you get any of Bourbon's little jug you had in the back of his car?
No, I did not. What was in there?
Special.
I forget now. It's something old. He got it. I think he got it in an estate sale or something.
Oh, he had a Dusty with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. I think it had been open too long or something. Yeah.
We had we had some 60s and 70s stuff at that bar as well. I spent over $100 after tip on 2 ounces of whiskey.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Was it worth it for the whiskey? No, but was it worth it for the experience and to say I did it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some things you'll pay for. It's not. Yeah.
But
If
all
it had
those
been-
bottles that I paid, for that $100 for those tastes, all of those would have been under $10 when they were new.
Greg
Yeah.
McDonald, I'm hoping the same happens here in Kentucky. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Waiting for it to drop some myself, if that is indeed what happens. So
You should be seeing it because it's shown up. It showed up I got it kind of deep into Kentucky, and then I've seen it show up here in northern Kentucky. So it should be hitting your neck of the woods here in the next week.
gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's still 15 sitting everywhere, but
We've still got 14s on the shelves.
yeah.
14 isn't flying off the shelf here either. The 15 is, especially at $89.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to a
89,
couple
that's-
people and they said I should go and buy 3 or 4.
You should. You're never going to have a bourbon that good at that age
Yeah.
again, unless the market just collapses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's always I find anything over 12 years, I would just buy it just for the experience of it because if within the price range.
Yeah.
Speaking of another interesting one, I picked.
Oh, where'd you find that at?
Oh,
This was at a bar that Wise Guys here pick.
Mhm.
That was at a bar that I went with Bourbon. This was $200, and Ben and I split a bottle. And I've had a few pours since we split it, and I'm a little scared to even go back to it because I'm gonna kill this thing. It's so good.
yeah.
11-year
Wow.
MGP, cask strength, just
Very nice.
Just-
Pepper.
here's their tater sticker, which kind of sucks because I actually like the Old Pepper distillery photo they have back here, and they kind of I don't think that really
Ruined
helped.
it with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would have rather they could have done something else. I don't know, made it just smaller. I don't know.
Or
I've
just
got a couple other bottles of this that weren't picks, but very nice.
Well, that has never been out here.
Yeah, I mean it's just another pick of MGP, but you don't see MGP picks anymore at that age.
Well, the thing I was just going to say, MGP is, it's very popular, but how much age stuff do they have left? That's another thing.
I think at this point, I mean, obviously MGP's probably got a metric shit ton of it, but it's not for sale. So if it's an independent bottler, you better be holding on to it in your own warehouses, aging it yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's some distilleries doing that. I'm pretty sure a number of them, like I guarantee a New Riff still has a few more barrels tucked away of increasingly old MGP.
Yeah.
I'm sure, what's his name, and Nevada. I'm sure those guys have some honey barrels maturing.
Oh, yeah, they do. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Smoke
Yeah,
Wagon?
Aaron
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's going to be $1,000 smoke wagon that gets released here in the next couple years. That's some kind of just epic 12 to 18-year-old just craziness.
And I'm sure he has a couple, like you said, I'm sure he has a couple barrels like that. And then if he doesn't use it to, like we talked earlier, to bring some more character or some more different notes to other barrels, why not do a limited release and send it out and go from there?
Yeah,
You know, the
well, I don't know
younger
if you guys ever saw
is
the
everywhere
dog
but here. And apparently that thing's flying off the shelf as fast as the truck can unload it. And that's only a 4-year-old bourbon. And it's just flying off the shelf.
So all this MGP talk, I thought might as well. This is one I also grabbed with Ben. He got a bottle as well.
Okay.
The white label just doesn't. There we go. It's kind of focused. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the blend there on the front, and then the whole breakdown on the back here. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Liking it.
I liked it. It's nice.
That's the only thing that counts is that you like it.
Yeah.
I like the transparency on it too. That was nice. Well
Yeah.
done, touch.
Yeah, the full breakdown of percentages on the back is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is going to be a very available whiskey in Kentucky for a while.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, I have seen case stacks taller than me at a couple stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first it was going for crazy money. People were paying $300 for it, secondary, and then like a week later, I see case stacks.
There's a
Yeah.
Well, I didn't pay anywhere near that. So.
Come on, I don't know if it'll focus or not. Probably not.
It will. Calumet single rack black 14-year and 15-year, 16-year bourbon 3-pack combo $4.29. Are they high? Oh, that's Canadian.
No, that's in the States.
Really?
Oh, quality liquor store.
I mean, it's not that terrible a price, depending on what, like, if there's sales tax, it's $143 a bottle.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't all get Anthony's prices on those.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ross and Squibb. I just can't get behind the new name. It's going to be MGP forever.
Ross and Squibb.
I don't know who chose that name. I'm sure the rich people that own it now. But yeah, terrible name change.
Couldn't they have just come up with like Magic Whiskey Company or something?
Yeah.
or why couldn't they just leave it MGP? And that's that. They bought the company, they bought the name. There you go.
Well, I think the problem is they've been struggling to sell their own product.
Yeah. But is Ross and Squibb going to start moving bottles? I mean, is that name going to start moving the bottles?
I'm with you. I totally get that. I don't get
like,
that.
all right, let's run out and get this new Ross and Squibb. All right.
Ross and Squibb small batch.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening. But that's just me.
They should have put the word old and then some animal on as the name, and then they could have moved some bottles.
Yeah. It's amazing how well the word old sells whiskey.
Yeah. Like if they would have went like Old Buffalo, then you'll sell some bottles.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
they could have
that.
called it Old Granny's Dresser.
I was gonna say, where are we going with this?
Well, I started to say something that I was going to say something like a chest of drawers or something, and I was like, well, no, we got to avoid the word chest here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I caught myself getting ready to create a "that's what she said" kind of moment. I wanted to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't intended as the start as a joke. I wasn't going to pivot in the middle.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Sugar Kitty's?
Sugar Kitty's Magic Whiskey.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know what? Is like if it was Old Sugar Kitty's Magic Whiskey.
Yeah.
Then it would be $1 billion business for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still
be
baffled
right
by
back.
Kentucky Owl. Like, who's sitting around thinking, you know what? Kentucky Owl, that sounds like $100-something whiskey, $300 whiskey.
Is there even owls in Kentucky?
Well,
I think there are.
I don't even know.
I've never seen one.
Barn owls.
Yeah. I know we have
There are,
owls.
though.
Where is it?
We have owls here. I know that.
I've been in a
Yes,
barn.
we do.
Never seen an owl.
Yeah.
Where is that bottle at? Now let me get it. What?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Sounds like a company that makes hygiene products or prosthetic devices.
Without knocking everything else off the shelf, let me grab it. Here we go.
Ross and Squibb better be an attorney or something, because otherwise I'm just not buying any physical product they make. I don't want anything squibbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've
Squib.
had this. I don't know if you can see it.
Well,
Been
confiscated. Yep.
Kentucky Owl. Okay. It's good. I like it. All right. So I have this bottle, and I got it at a real good price. It was well below $80.
Oh well, there you go. Because
Okay.
like it's $180 here in Canada.
Exactly.
130 was
I
the U.S.
finished-
retail.
I finished one, and this was the backup. And this came out.
Or 160 or something.
All right.
Oh yeah.
And I was lucky enough to be able to try this and this side by side. I would take this over this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I've heard that the Irish
This
thing
just
was better.
this just didn't, it couldn't compete. And I thought this was good. I mean, I still think it's good, but when I did a side by side comparison with their limited release, not Irish, St. Patty's Day one, holy smokes. It was like,
Anybody else just really struggle with buying a St. Patty's Day themed bourbon?
no, I didn't. Not after I tasted it.
Well, I didn't even taste it. I've seen the bottles, and I'm just like, you can't sell bourbon and St. Patrick's Day together.
Yeah.
No.
Well, here you can get these for right now, probably about $100 at Costco.
Yeah, they're sold out here.
Yeah, they're about $130 for the ones still on the shelves here at other places. But Costco's blowing them out for $99.99. So
Sugar King, the ultimate sign of being respected and loved.
Yeah. Seasoned.
Quality.
yeah, well, this was a birthday present, so that's how I ended up with it. Because I said I'd like to have one, but it's good, but it wasn't $130 good.
Mm-hmm.
Refresh my memory. What is the casks that was aged in, Irish wise? Is it not? It's not like it's not. Is it not
Hold
Jameson or
Hold
Redbreast
on.
or anything?
No, it's not Jameson. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm just saying what casks they were aged in.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on.
Because Redbreast and Jameson all come from the same area, same place.
There are good Jameson casks, just
Yeah,
FYI.
when they're empty. No, actually,
The old 18s were really good, actually. The new ones are not, but the old ones were really tasty.
Yeah, they have a cast strength one out that I am curious to try. I don't see it, but it's out there somewhere.
It's not on here.
By the way, I know you guys probably can't get one, and I missed out on them too, but you guys ever see that 6-year malted rye finished in sherry New Riff just put out?
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it is phenomenal from New Riff.
Finished in sherry. Huh? I have the standard 6-year malted rye, not the
Yeah. It's going to show up in Kentucky at some stores, so be on the lookout, man. It blew my mind.
Well, I really like the regular 6 years. So yeah,
I like the regular 6-year, but it doesn't even.
Yeah.
Not in the same category. And then I had that 4-gate 4x4, and I just went, "Oh my god, what is going on here?"
yeah. I'm sure Ben told you he picked one up.
Yes, and he gave it to me.
Oh, okay,
Ben did make it home with that one.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, Ben did go home with a 20-year rhetoric though. For me,
cool.
no, mind you, I bought it at a store just like he did. I had points at the store to get it for him.
Oh, Teeling is wonderful.
The ones that you have old Cooley juice, yes. I've heard the new bottles that don't have Cooley anymore are not so great.
Well, James Bond isn't Ryan Reynolds either.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know a lot of them.
I mean, I don't know that I've seen enough Ryan Reynolds movies to feel like he's ubiquitous.
Oh, the Kentucky All it has to do with a Irish whiskey bonder, Louise
McGuire.
McGuane.
Yeah, I said McGuire only because of that proper 12 crap, Gregor.
It's $139 in Alberta.
Really? Well, don't go to Alberta and get it.
Craft Cellars. Well, that's like probably $110 your price. That's not horrible. I'm not buying it, but it's not horrible.
Not for that price. It's not worth it.
But you said you got yours for $100.
I did, but not what you would pay for it. Now, if you can get it through your connections for $100, okay, yeah. But I wouldn't buy it $140.
No.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, my currency is not amazing right now. Anyhow.
No. But that's what I'm saying is even if it was 140, Canadian, using that as a thing, it's like, yeah, no. I don't think it's $140 good. Don't think it's $140 good at all. But it, like I said, it is what it is. Everyone has a price. Everyone has a price they're willing to pay, and what they feel is fair. And I'm good with it. But for me, I almost pulled the trigger at 119 because the place was they dropped it $25, $30, something like that, just to start moving it out because they really had a lot of it. And I was real close to buying it. And I just says, you know what? I'm going to wait. It's a month and a half past St. Patty's Day. So let's see what happens. Well, I got it as a birthday present. And they picked it up for under $100. I said, okay.
So there's a barrel. So barrel craft gold label toasted oak.
Yep.
$699.
Barrel is the parent company that makes Stellum.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is like the other barrel is like 109, 151. This one's $699. Regularly $839.
Yeah, well, they can keep it.
Yes.
Yeah, their whole gold and silver stuff. I'm not.
Oh, that's a good one right there. That is a good one.
Peated whiskey cask.
Yes.
No. Who's peated?
But they make that Nadira, but it's not the cask. So you have to watch.
Peated cask. Yeah, whose peated cask is it?
I don't know. This so this actually, I bought this because I needed to spend money at the store to buy Ben's Rhetoric 20.
Mm-hmm.
I had the points, but I guess they dropped off or something, so I had to go spend some more money there. This has a 2015 bottling, so a little bit of Wayback Machine, which is good because I know these old ones are really good. I don't know if the new ones are.
No.
Nador is like the only Glenlivet I'm really interested in.
Unfortunately, well, they've got their whole like Code and Enigma series, which are also cast strength finished stuff. Might be worth it. They're a little pricey though.
Hey,
Yes, they are.
They're not expensive, but they're pricey.
Who's Kentucky here? Just kidding. John. Bower Hill. Bower Hill with Kentucky straight bourbon. BOWER. Bower Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a cast strength one here in Alberta. It's come on now.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice looking bottle.
I can't get it. It's a cast strength 144.
Yeah, that's Buffalo Trace distillate, right? Aged in Virginia.
Bower Hill?
Yeah.
Was it? I'm not sure.
Or am I thinking Bowman Hill?
Yeah, that's Bowman. Yeah.
Okay, Bowman. My bad.
So, Chris, on mine, that confiscated, I think I paid $74.99. So, yeah, I said, so I had two. I drank one,
Bradshaw.
and once I tasted that St. Patty's Day one, I was like, "Yep,
It's getting
just leave it
hosed.
right where it is." And I
Yeah,
think I
cool.
can still get it for $75. I
Dustin,
haven't looked in a while.
are you going to see the gold spot?
Maybe Redbreast and the
Just
spot
started going out. I think.
We don't see a lot of that here in my area. We get it, but like I know where I can get a blue spot, but it's prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
And I am hearing 150 bill is going to be the price on the gold spot at MSRP, give or take your market. So I'm expecting to see it for 175 here.
Stacy's going to grab one. She said she'll send me a sample of it.
She'll
yeah,
probably get it in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yes. Somewhere where it's at least controlled, the price isn't outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ohio does on like new bottles. They usually get pretty good prices, so they buy a lot.
I think it's Cinder and Smoke Bourbon.
Mm-hmm. But
Don't know nothing about that one.
Some of
No,
these
I've
bottles
never
I'm very curious about that Canada has, because it's like they're either could be like old or they're just not selling in the States, so we get them. I just want to know.
Right.
Because they're cast strength ones, which is different. You don't always get cast strength. Well, we do have them, but we don't.
I mean, so like we were just talking about before, you gotta like you were kind of just alluding to there, Alex. You got to figure out if this is a new startup company that's just sourcing MGP because there's like 1 million of those now.
Yeah.
Or is it old stuff like you were saying? So I would definitely make sure you can check the back of the bottle for state of distillation before you.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Of course, be careful because some of these little guys now are screwing that up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you down home with your Indiana distilled note with Jim Beam in the bottle.
baby.
That said, it was an awesome bottle, so who cares? But still.
Smoke. Only 4. Oh.
I'm trying to figure out what I want next. If I want to stick with bourbon or go back to Scotch. It's a terrible, terrible dilemma.
Yeah, first world issues.
It's I always think of it this way. It's just like you're at a bar and whichever girl starts hitting on you, that's the one you talk to. Not often you get that opportunity.
It's funny you should say that because I keep going back to this. And I said I was going to try it again after it sat for a few days.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to.
Whatever, yeah, whichever one of those bottles is talking to you, man, grab it.
I thought you were going to go to your Long Branch.
Oh yeah, but I'd have to really reach behind here to get that. I mean, I don't want to strain myself.
Translation: I don't really want to drink that.
Yeah, no.
So I guess Anthony likes Ardbeg, huh?
Oh yeah,
He's an Ardbeg fan.
oh yeah.
Well,
I hear that one's expensive.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
done with
like-
Ardbeg.
Like Dustin would say, it's relative. What's expensive to me might not be expensive to you, and vice versa. This is one of the limited committee releases on this, and so far I'm impressed with it. Particularly once I got that chocolate and the toffee note, which
Good.
was holy smokes!
That really does sound good.
It is.
I would say
it
this
really is.
compared to other non-age stated whiskeys that are not cast strength, it's pretty pricey.
It is. It is at $150. Yeah,
They used
So
to
any
have
idea why they?
and only being 50.1 ABV.
it's not cast strength.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But I kind of like it. I kind of
That's
like
the most
it.
important part.
That's good.
Exactly. I'm like, well, I
At
kind of
least
like it.
you enjoy it.
I'm not against it. The color's light.
Oh, Ardbeg is always late, right?
Yeah, it is.
Unless they finish it in sherry or something like Dark Cove.
Yeah. But the chocolate note too was like, holy wow. The chocolate is just like chocolate. If you had Christmas Okay, if you had Christmas from story time, it hits your nose like that.
I
Along
got the
with
sample from Alex.
that Christmas, because
What?
when I first sniffed
Oh
it,
yeah.
I'm like, no. And the other one that did that was the sample that Jack dropped off, the one that I can't get, and the name went out of my head. But that was when I took the first sip, I actually thought it was Christmas. That's how very, very close it was. I'm like, holy smokes. But it wasn't, of course. I knew that. But still.
1 second.
And-
Oh, sure. I'll
And
mute.
then, like I said, on the nose, the chocolate, the toffee, the dried fruit is just wow. Wow.
So Dustin, like they have, at least last year they had Artbag Supernova, the 2019 in Calgary, and it was $250 Canadian. How's that for pricing?
That's a fair price for that. I bought one, and I regretfully left my bottle in my old apartment when I moved out with the bottles I intended to give away. That was not one of them. I really enjoyed the Supernova. It's a really nice whiskey. It's overpriced as well, but it's
Fair
kind
enough.
of Ardbeg's kind of Octomore equivalent in that it's kind of super peated, really kind of big, bold, powerful whiskey. For $250 Canadian, it's probably not worth it if you're not an Ardbeg fan.
Well,
But at the
yeah,
same
I
time,
am. But
it's kind of like if there's a recent committee release I would recommend to you, that's the one. That's been the best one I've had. No, I haven't had the one that Anthony just got. I didn't have the fermented, weird sounding one that they came out with a little while ago.
The fermentation. Yeah, don't waste your money on that. Eric said, yeah, leave it set.
I've heard that from numerous people. So
I just know, realistically speaking, what's available in Alberta. I know it's there.
$250 really is a pretty good price. That was about $180-$200 in the States.
Yeah.
Canadian dollars, about 80 cents to the dollar here. You do the math there, and you're pretty much right on par. So that's a fair price. I think if you're an Ardbeg fan, you'll like it.
Yeah.
I'd pass on that Ardbeg. That was kind of boring, especially for the price. It was well crafted. It just was kind of it's not what you were expecting when it says rye and Ardbeg peat.
So is the Ardcore the one that they had underground, or that's the one coming out this year?
The underground one is the one they sold for like $2-3 grand.
Oh, yes,
buy with an
right.
ethereal coin.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
No. The Ardcore, and Anthony, correct me, is a chocolate malt. Was kind of the big
yes, black malt, dark malt. Yes.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the chocolate on this is holy smokes.
That does sound good.
The toffee, and I did not. If you go see my review of it last week, kind of an informal review, I didn't get it at first, but when I paired it with the 10 and then the Anoa, 3 totally contrasting different profiles, even though they're all Ardbeg.
Right.
It was left, right, and center, basically the difference. But once I did that, boom, the notes in the this one here was like now. The 10 was sweeter. The Anoa, of course, is all barbecue, thick smoke. Hold that up one more time, Alex, because
I'm officially jealous of Alex right now.
If you don't own one of those, you need to go get one, buddy. That is great whiskey.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think they're 200 now here, probably.
When I got this, it was probably like $100.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can still get them in the UK for about 70 plus shipping, which puts them around $100. So
I think when Lucas bought his in 2020, it was like 160 here.
They're 150, 160 in Kentucky now, but they're still 100 in Ohio. So I picked one up recently, and I was very pleased because I hadn't had one since like an old 5-year-old bottling, and I still had a little bit of it left. And I got to compare them side by side, and the new one is still just good. I was really scared the quality would have gone down. So
No, that's the most expensive
Yeah.
bottle my brother's bought. He loved it.
it's great whiskey.
Anthony, I'm gonna hop off and go say hi to the other fellas real quick, and then probably close down for the night. But thank you for having me as always, man. We will
Oh,
See you,
yeah.
Sean.
catch you next week for sure.
Yep.
And,
I'll see you next week for sure.
I would cheers you guys, but my glass is empty. So yeah,
Yeah, mine just got
Yeah,
empty,
do that.
Sean.
Hey, just hold up the glass, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, man.
We'll
All
see
right.
you guys.
See you, Sean.
Ta-ta. I'm probably gonna have to leave soon too. It's almost 8 o'clock here, and we haven't had supper yet. But we'll see.
What the hell, Dad? Come on.
I've been on the phone with you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
we understand that, but we're not going to tell you to shirk the kids. We're just going to say, throw them a piece of cheese, something, a cracker. Come on.
Toss a sandwich.
Yeah.
There you go.
What you do?
Toss them
You,
a sandwich.
you know
There
what? You look
go.
at your kid. You look at your kids and say, "Didn't you guys eat yesterday?"
They just ate a few hours ago.
You know?
You'll tell them. Yeah.
The older child is at their friend's house studying, so
Oh.
I mean, don't you guys have DoorDash there?
skip the dishes, DoorDash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip the dishes. Wow.
Yep. That's what it's called.
You know, I will.
I got it now. I had to listen to it again, but I got it. That's catchy. Skip the
Yeah.
dishes.
The problem is you skip the dishes, but you'll be taking your trash out way sooner because when all the packaging and stuff they put on all that stuff,
The takeout. Yeah.
you end up with like a full trash can after
Here you
one
go.
meal.
I like that. Tell them, Chris.
Pizza
Oh.
pops are better.
Yeah. Yeah.
All you gotta do is teach your kids how to make cereal. You're done.
That's what Dustin eats after a whiskey weekend.
We're big fans of cinnamon toast
No.
crunch.
When
so-
when you're hunting. Sorry.
I'll
You
tell
know
you what,
I
man.
like? Sometimes
That is
after
what
spring-
that's what I grew up on as a kid because I by about the age of like probably 10 told my mom, "Love you, Mom. You and I, your cooking's not going to do it."
Yeah. So cereal.
Is that what you still say?
As far as her cooking, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom, I love you, but you're
I'll have it
fired.
catered. I'll have it catered, Mom. Don't worry.
Um,
I know this guy.
I
yeah,
actually bought cereal today for the first
my
time.
mom's got a few dishes that she'll do that I don't mind, but in general, we're just not on the same wavelength.
I tell you what, I was lucky. My mom was always a good cook. My grandmother's, I've
Same here.
never really had a problem. The
That's
one
not
I had
good
a
or bad.
problem with.
Just she likes to season and flavor things differently than I like to eat them.
Oh yeah. Well, the only one I had a problem with was my stepmother, and she made me eat chili as a kid, and until recently, you couldn't get me to put chili to my mouth after that experience. But now that I've had some good chili, that actually had flavor and blah blah blah, man, I'll tear that up.
Now, if my dad was making steaks, whole different story.
Whole
Yeah.
different story. That's right. That's right.
Honestly,
Hey,
if my
you'll
dad
bring the scotch, right?
Yeah. Well, honestly, if my dad was cooking anything, generally my dad was a much better cook than my mom. The different problem is if my dad was cooking, dinner would be served around 10 p.m. because he wouldn't get home till late and he needed 3 times longer to cook anything than she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't go for me. But let me just say this hardcore, I'm telling you, the chocolate, the dried fruit, and that toffee is wow. Really is. This 7 days it sat to where it got to just get a little air and oxidation.
Mm.
I picked it right out right off the bat. Or the first pour last week, no. But right now it is really good.
Well, you said
Really?
something really smart, Anthony, where you talked about how you had your Ardbegs next to other Ardbegs. That's a really good way, especially when you're kind of new to a style of whiskey or a distillery.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I will say it on this. It was you, I think, that gave me that to say, do something else in the same line, another one, and sometimes you will find different notes or you'll see how different they are. And all three of those expressions were absolutely different.
Yeah.
Absolutely different. And you picked the notes out of them all after that. And I only needed one sip out of the 10 to pick the notes out of the Ardcore. And then
So
once I
that
went to
10
Genoa,
that lemon lime thing it does is so good.
see, I don't get the lemon lime thing, but I do.
Well, I get lemon all the time.
Citrus on the finish. I get the citrus on the finish. So
If they would do it,
that.
if they did a 10 cask strength, I mean, that would be one of the absolute must-own bottles. I think no matter how big a whiskey geek you were, you'd have to keep a bottle.
I thought they did do a 10 cast strength. It came out last year or the beginning of this year.
Unless Ardbeg did a one-off or something like.
Yeah, well, there was a cast strength. I'm positive it was a 10 cast strength, and with LCBO, our liquor control board, had it, and it was gone within like minutes.
Oh, yeah.
There was a cast strength.
Actually, you don't mean Lefroy, because Lefroy put one out that it was a clusterfuck over at the LCBO.
Oh, sorry, sorry, I'm thinking Lefroy. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, batch 13 or 14, maybe.
Okay, I just found that there was an Ardbeg 10 cast strength that came out in 2007.
Oh, okay. See,
Hey,
that
Bill,
was not.
this
I
is
was
what
not
buying
on
that
whiskey.
one.
Talking about. Whoops.
So yeah, Lefroy did come out with a cast strength that went like on.
This is the one where I'm getting the chocolate and the caramel. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Funny that you're saying that, Anthony, because I need to kill my bottle of Ardbeg 10, and I've been saving a sample of Scorch that I want to have with my brother's Ugadel. So that's what we need to do this month.
Oogie's good. I got Oogie here.
But I have to get some Oogie, and then I got to get some Korvakian.
Mm-hmm.
I really just like that line. Other people say if you're gonna do it, just get the Oogie, skip the Korvakian. But you know what?
Oh,
I want
strongly disagree.
Yeah, I want them. I want to try them all, and then I'll make my opinion. But it's just like on my Lagavulin. I've got an 8. I've got the 9. I've got the 11. I've got the 12. I've got the 16. And I have the 2017 Distillers.
That's Anthony. Dustin.
From
Alex. It's my brother Lucas.
Okay.
Oh,
Cheers, Lucas.
Grab a whiskey and sit down with us, man.
these are from Alex for
Did he
you.
bring
And
some
then
Ardbeg or anything with him?
No, he didn't bring Ardbeg.
You should have brought some
well,
more,
I do have Bridgeland in my car, but
Oh, Bridgeland's amazing.
Well, Bridgeland's good. Yeah.
There you go, man. Have him sit down next to you. Turn your camera horizontal so you can both be on the screen.
Yeah.
We had drink with us.
So did they?
greeting, gentlemen.
Did they do the Tabercorn again, or Tabercorn, or however?
The one I have is
Okay, because I know they were sold out there for a while in Alberta, but waiting for the distillery to have out with more.
Well, I picked up this one last fall, so.
Oh, okay.
So Anthony is north of Las Vegas. He's in International Falls, and Dustin's in Kentucky.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Fort Francis, technically like touching International Falls.
International Falls, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. He just got back from Edmonton visiting his girlfriend and her family. So.
I've been introducing her son, who's 19, to whiskey.
Nice.
He just pretty much drinks, or up to this point, vodka and rum. There's nothing wrong with that, but.
Oh yes, there is.
So no, I took up a Bunahaven and so I took up a Bunahaven and the Bridgeland, and the Bridgeland was a little too strong for him, but he liked the Buna, so I left that with him.
There you go. That's the toe in the water. Next thing
I met somebody. He was like, "Yeah, I like whiskey," and I poured him some, Van Winkle Lot B, poured him a nice little half ounce or so, and he just kind of goes, "Oh, thanks." It's really smooth.
Oh.
And you look at him.
It was funny because.
Well, I looked at him and I said, "Yeah, that's what Lot B's for." All right, now I'll give you a real whiskey. And I gave him something like that. I gave him this.
I need to get one of those.
Come on.
That's the next bourbon I want.
Yeah. My girlfriend's dad, he shared some Argentinian whiskey with me. It's I couldn't pronounce the name. It's something Portuguese, but it wasn't bad. It kind of reminded me of like a hazelnut raisin.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Really?
cool.
But it wasn't bad.
Hazelnut raisin.
Yeah, that's how I would have described it. Of course, it had like a malt note, but the other major notes was like raisin and hazelnut.
It would be cool to try more whiskeys from other countries. It really would be.
You guys, this is good. The Bee Whisper, the April Alberta,
Right.
whiskey.
Yeah, you
That's
got
good.
that
That's
from
good.
Calgary.
Yeah. Well, Ben, you were telling me that the grain hedge is down to like 40 bottles
Yeah,
in shop. So
maybe
I
30 left.
Yeah, I should probably go and grab my hands on one of those.
Yep.
Yeah, I looked at getting those. I don't see them in the stores that I can.
No, you have to order it from the distillery, Alex. They
don't have a distribute
not yet
license or whatever. Yeah.
It
So
was
they
only-
legally can't.
It was only 440 bottles, so
Yeah, and they probably
And
won't. They probably won't deliver to me from the distillery.
it's Canada wide, Alex. There's people in Ontario all over that have gotten a bottle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe
well,
I'll look into that.
Well, if you don't get a bottle, I'll send you a sample.
That'd be good.
all right, well, I got it
He'd
running.
be greatly
Gentlemen,
appreciative.
See you
have a
later.
good evening.
It was a pleasure.
That's it. Yep. Thank you.
You guys must be West Coasters because you got bright daylight out there, man. It's awesome.
Alberta's mountain time.
Okay.
8 o'clock. Yep.
You're on the west side. Oh, I guess 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's summer.
Yeah, and it's summertime. It's almost the 21st.
I'm just looking over here and seeing the dark. And I'm like, the day's over. I got to start thinking about work.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
And
want to go back to work.
It's time to get over and visit Livewire. I just realized after 7, usually Sugar Kitty's giving me the countdown, but I got so engrossed in the conversation, and then his brother comes and is like, "Oh, yeah," it really starts to ramp up. But
His girlfriend is her parents are both Argentinian and Chilean, so
well, hey, if they got some interesting whiskey,
Yep.
Tell them to get you a couple of bottles.
Well, they just moved from Mississauga to Edmonton a week ago, or 2 weeks. Yep, last weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Not like I actually know where that is in reference to you.
Mississauga is Toronto, Greater Toronto area.
Okay,
Right next door to Toronto. So.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I know Toronto, so
yeah.
Now I understand.
It's part of the GTA. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony, want to hear how ridiculous the Ardbeg tin cast is? Oh, hey.
Ardbeg what?
The tin cast strength.
Too bad we don't go to the park, Daddy.
We can go.
They made 900 bottles and it was only sold in Japan.
There you go.
So yeah, that was not an available bottle.
I get the impression that Japanese is the definition of the Ardbeg cult.
I mean, Japan has been a big whiskey culture. I mean, if
for
you ever
decades.
wanted to try, oh yeah, for decades.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to really get some cool, special whiskey, Taiwan and Japan are probably two really cool markets.
Right. Japan before World War II. Yes. Right.
Well, even I mean, in the 80s and 90s, they were big in the bourbon world, and then Taiwan gets all kinds of special, exclusive single malt scotches, independent bottles. I mean, and they
I know.
Good price.
We have an excellent brand rep for Cavalan here in Alberta and Edmonton. She's amazing.
Well, no, I mean, they get like special edition Balvenis that only get there. A guy I know in Chicago, he was able to source a 27-year Taiwan exclusive Ardbeg independent bottle for only like $700, which I know $700 sounds crazy, but for 27-year-old Ardbeg,
Taiwanese exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Release.
They've got some really famous bars there too that are like legendary.
Yeah, excellent. Good for them.
Well, and apparently priced to where like it's actually you can justify paying for some of those legendary bottles. Like still stupid expensive, but you can justify it more.
Yeah.
Well, I was just about to say, look at what happened with Chris and Josh last night. They opened up a Highland Park 50. So
what? Which Highland Park?
50.
50.
Josh has a friend in Oregon who's got money coming out of his ass, and he gifted it to them. He gave them a bottle.
it's a $25,000 to $50,000 bottle, depending on.
They said 33,000.
And it
So
was- it
here's
was-
Chris joking about pouring an ounce, and he's like, "Here's a $500 pour." What?
yeah, it was a fresh one too. Fresh.
Yeah, crack pop.
Yeah. Wow.
Highland Park 40 is on my like.
I don't know your mom's
It's
password.
the last like major brand that's considered super premium, where their 40 year is still within reach of a non just multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like $3,500. So
Well, they ended up having a Belvani 40 and then a Highland Park 30, kind of ramping up to the 50. But yeah,
well, the Balvenie 40 is a $12,000 bottle minimum.
It's this guy Josh does work with, or he is a friend.
just
I don't
good
even know.
friends.
I need better friends.
Yeah. Wow.
Giving you that
Holy
swell.
smokes.
Just kidding.
I mean, that's it. I've got an event I'll be going to in August that's going to be nothing that expensive, but I think we're going to have better whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm excited. Let's just say that. It's the guy's 50th birthday, and been a big bit. I've done some trades with him, known him for a long time. Mike knows him real well, so hoping that all works out. It's going to be epic.
That's something to look forward to. That's perfect. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up so people can get over to Livewire and see the epic fight between Mike and Mr. Whiskey Shits and see how that goes. But I just wanted to thank everybody in chat and thank everybody here on the stream and say, hey, cheers. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. And who knows what's going to happen then. But I will be looking to see you guys. And cheers, everybody. See you over at Livewire.
Ciao.
Cheers, guys.